वेलकम टू भाई इमरजेंसी पॉड। इमरजेंसी पॉड का नाम है क्या ही बताएं भाई लोग, क्या ही बताएं। हे एसके, नाइस टू सी यू अगेन। Arsenal are not going for Mudryk. Why is it off? Well, because Shakhtar want crazy money. They want 88 million pounds for Mikhailo Mudryk, and I think that's frankly insane. Mikhailo Mudryk has made 30 appearances in his career. 30, 30, एक full season भी नहीं। एंड आई नो मे बी इस लाइव के ज़्यादा व्यूइंग नहीं आएगी बिकॉज आप लोग कुछ लोग काम पे हो गए एंड आई डिड नॉट स्केड्यूल दिस एंड दिस इज इमरजेंसी टाइम एंड एवरीथिंग एंड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। बट 88 million फॉर मिकेलो मोड्रिक इज क्रेजी ब्रो। आर यू स्टूपिड? 30 अपीयरेंसेस नहीं करे बंदे ने भाई। ही इज नॉट मेड अ फुल सीजन of appearances and they're asking 88 million. You know how much 88 million is? That is 100 million euros in transfer fees. कौन देगा 100 million for a player who will not be a starter also? Hi Ayush, hey Nidhi bhai. Nidhi bhai is in the chat bhai. Of course, of course. Nice to see you Nidhi bhai. Man Mudryk word from my Twitter timeline here. Tired of hearing about this. Bhai, it's absolutely insane yaar. Less almost 30 appearances hai bande ki. He has zero defensive contribution and Shakhtar want us to pay around 100 million euros, that is 88 million pounds, um, for a guy who will be starting behind Martinelli, who will be an option off the bench. Our most expensive transfer ever cannot be a player who's coming off the bench. 88 million will be the biggest transfer value in Arsenal's history, and it is frankly not worth it. Um, हम desperate हैं, ये कल हमें दिख ही गया था. नो एफएफपी फॉर चेल्सी. आई विल टेल यू यार, आई डोंट थिंक ये चेल्सी वाला सीन में कुछ होगा. अगर होगा इट विल बी फ्रैंकली इनसेन इफ दे मैनेज टू गेट मुड्रिक, बिकॉज अगर ये लोग इतने डेस्परेटली एंजो फर्नांडिस के लिए डील को इतना कर रहे हैं, amortize, they're structuring it in a way where they pay less upfront and eventually over the years they keep paying this Enzo Fernandez की फीस. शाख्तर की प्रॉब्लम क्या है? दे डोंट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम विद द फीस. आई मीन चलो वैल्यूएशन की अब प्रॉब्लम आ गई है, बट भाई they want most of the money upfront. They want around 62 million pounds upfront and then 26 millions in जो भी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स है. 600 मिलियन इन 1 ईयर. अरे यार वो तो चेल्सी का है ही है. देर अगेन डिस्टॉर्टिंग द मार्केट, बट इट इज व्हाट इट इज डूड. ये चीज़ें आपको compete करनी पड़ेंगी. लिवरपूल competes with this every year against सिटी. हमें भी compete करना पड़ेगा against चेल्सी, against यूनाइटेड, against सिटी, and now Newcastle as well. देखो, not many clubs can afford this and I won't be surprised if in the summer Mikhailo Mudryk goes to Newcastle. हम अरे यार हमारे पास पैसे देने के लिए हमने 62 मिलियन तक की डील अप दी है, ठीक है? 62 million is a lot of money, dude. It's around 85 million euros. Again, it'll be the second highest transfer for a player who's essentially going to come off the bench. हम 62 से देखो, हमने रफीनिया के लिए 75 मिलियन देने के लिए तैयार थे हम, ठीक है? बट रफीनिया को बारसा जाना था एंड देन लीड्स ने रफीनिया को जाने दिया बारसा में, ठीक है, दैट्स फेयर. 88 मिलियन पाउंड्स. बट आप रफीनिया का करियर देखो. रफीनिया ने एटलीस्ट वो फुटबॉल इंटरनेशनल तो था. ही इज ऑल्सो, मुद्रिक इज ऑल्सो एन इंटरनेशनल बट फॉर यूक्रेन. एंड रफीनिया ने इतनी अपीयरेंसेस करी थी. रफीनिया वाज एटलीस्ट वेल रिकग्नाइज्ड एंड एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन द प्रीमियर लीग. मुद्रिक ने 30 अपीयरेंसेस करी हैं भाई करियर में. ऐसा क्या नहीं, मैं तुमसे नहीं लूंगा पता नहीं यार. इट्स क्रेजी. डर लग रहा है मुद्रिक को लेके. आई थिंक वी शुड स्टार्ट एक्सेप्टिंग द रियलिटी दैट वी विल हैव टू वॉक अवे फ्रॉम दिस. दिस इज नॉट समथिंग वी शुड बी पेइंग. मैंने आपको बोला 88 मिलियन 100 मिलियन यूरोज होता है. इसमें हम उसकी ना सैलरी जोड़ रहे हैं, इसमें हम ना एजेंट फीस जोड़ रहे हैं, इसमें ना हम कोई साइन ऑन बोनस जोड़ रहे हैं, ठीक है? अगर हम ये 88 मिलियन देते हैं, आई थिंक इट विल बी अ स्टूपिड ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम अस. इट विल बी अ डेस्परेट ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम अस एंड इट शोज दैट एनी क्लब व्हेन वी आर डेस्परेट कैन फ्लीस अस. देखो, मैंने पिछली स्ट्रीम में भी बोला था when हम जाओ फिलिक्स की बात कर रहे थे. सिटी वॉकड अवे फ्रॉम कुकरेया. सिटी वॉकड अवे फ्रॉम एलेक्सिस सैंचेस. ठीक है, सिटी ने ये सब कर लिया. हमने हुसैन अवार को लेने के लिए हमने 60 मिलियन देने को तैयार थे, बट उसके एजेंट, उसके भाई ने कुछ फगोड़ा फगोड़ा कर दिया एंड ख़त्म. Like we walked away from it. गुड यार लकी रेड्स, पढ़ना शुरू कर दो यार, पढ़ना शुरू कर दो। अभी आर्सेनल को फॉलो करोगे तो स्ट्रेस ही मिलेगा। अपनी डीपी चेंज कर ले और स्पर्स की लगा ले भाई प्लीज, मजे आ जाएंगे। देन हु टू साइन फीलिक्स, इट्स 120 मिलियन फीस। देन भाई मेरे को लग रहा है वी गोना गो फॉर इधर डिपाई और फेरन टोरेस नाउ। दिस डील इज एब्सोल्युटली इनसेन भाई। फेरन टोरेस को आप फिर भी खेल सकते हो, ही इज प्लेड इन द प्रीमियर लीग, स्पेनिश इंटरनेशनल है। कुछ कुछ रिडीमिंग क्वालिटीज हैं भाई। देखो मुड्रिक इज वेरी यंग एंड ही इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी सॉलिड। मैं तो 60 मिलियन देने को तक तैयार था कि चलो 60 मिलियन भी बहुत एक्सपेंसिव बट चलो दे दो, इट मेक सेंस। 88 मिलियन इज क्रेजी मनी यार। एंड ये जो सारी बात आ रही है चेल्सी ले लेगी, चेल्सी हाईजैक कर रही है, आई थिंक चेल्सी इज ईदर इन्वॉल्व ईदर टू जैक अप द प्राइस फॉर अस, इट इज phenomenally stupid, और they have something special planned जिसकी वजह से पुल ऑफ कर लेंगे। मेरे हिसाब से they won't be able to pull it off, like I said कि Chelsea are trying to structure the Enzo Fernandez deal um, to make sure they have their finances in order. Shakhtar want a lot of money upfront, right? So ये तो नहीं चलेगा। हाँ निधि भाई, this loan fees of 21 for 6 months is also stupid, but I think if you pay this, see, for 6 months भी नहीं है निधि भाई, it's going to be 5 months. You're going to be playing Felix or approximately 30 games, that too if you go deep into Europa and FA Cup. अगर आप सिर्फ प्रीमियर लीग की गेम्स की बात करो तो आप एसेंशियली उसको 20-25 गेम्स ही खिला रहे हो, राइट? तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा पैसे हैं, बट मेरे को लगता है दैट अगर हमने फीलिक्स को ले लिया, कल हमारे पास ऑफ द बेंच कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था, एंड यू विन द लीग और यू कम सेकंड, आप 40 मिलियन तो सिर्फ मेरिट से ही कमा लेते हो, सो दैट्स समथिंग दैट विल पे फॉर इट सेल्फ। बट या यू आर राइट अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट इट्स अ स्टूपिड मनी। बट मेरे को लग रहा था कि अगर हम मुड्रिक सिक्योर कर लेते हैं देन वी कैन प्रॉब्ली वेट टिल जनवरी टू नेगोशिएट दिस प्राइस डाउन, बट अब हम थोड़े डेस्परेट हो रहे हैं। सो आई थिंक आवर ऑप्शंस रिमेन either Depay or Ferran Torres. I think we'll go for either of them. Jao Felix looks very unlikely. We'll probably wait till the end of January, but we have to get a striker or somebody off the bench. And Smith Rowe is starting tomorrow. या जब भी हम ऑक्सफोर्ड के साथ खेल रहे हैं, सो दैट इज गुड न्यूज़ कि लेफ्ट विंग पे थोड़ा कवर है, बट अब हमें एक स्ट्राइकर पे कवर चाहिए बिकॉज एडी एंकेटिया के बाद कोई हमारे पास स्ट्राइकर है नहीं। टॉरेस तो नहीं बेचेगा बारसा इन विंटर इट सीम्स। यार देखो, आई मीन Barca needs to raise money. They've just listed Ansu Fati on the transfer market, but they're asking for 70 million. It looks like they want some money. If nothing else, I'd be happy to take Ferran Torres, but if that also doesn't work, then we have Depay, and if worst comes worst, we'll have to take someone like Morata. Um, can Chelsea afford both Enzo and Mudryk? At this point, bhai Ayush, it really depends on how they structure that Enzo deal. If they manage to structure that Enzo deal in a way वेयर द अपफ्रंट फीस इज वेरी लिटिल, मान लो अगर पूरा एंजो का डील 112 मिलियन या 115 मिलियन का हो गया एंड दे ओनली हैव टू पे लेट्स से 16 मिलियन इन द फर्स्ट सीजन, देन दे स्टिल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ मनी दैट दे कैन स्पेंड। द प्रॉब्लम इज शाख्तार वांट अराउंड 60 टू 70 मिलियन अपफ्रंट और उनकी टोटल वैल्यूएशन 88 मिलियन है। मुझे लग रहा है जैसे निधि भाई ने कहा था, शाख्तार आर जस्ट कैशिंग इन, दे नो कि कभी भी मुद्रिक का कुछ हो सकता है, मे बी ही गोज ऑफ फॉर्म, मे बी एक इंजरी हो जाए, दे विल प्रॉब्ली नेवर गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी लाइक दिस। हुसैम अव्वार के साथ भी आर्सेनल के साथ ये हुआ था, 60 मिलियन तक की बात हो गई थी, डील भी अग्री हो गया था, उसके भाई ने कुछ बकचोदी मार दी थी एंड देन उसके बाद से उसका फॉर्म कहीं नहीं है। नाउ ही इज गोइंग टू रोमा फॉर गॉड नोज कितनी छोटी सी फीस है, आई थिंक 25 मिलियन या समथिंग है। सो क्लब्स नो दैट जब आपके पास एक टैलेंट हो, कैश इन, विच इज व्हाट बेनफिका आर आल्सो डूइंग। दे डोंट नो एंजो फर्नांडिस कैसे रहेगा फ्यूचर में। समटाइम्स प्लेयर्स फॉर्म्स डिप, समटाइम्स एक सीरियस इंजरी हो जाती है एंड यू कांट एवर गेट दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ मनी एवर अगेन। बट बिग up to Sadik bhai and Nidhi bhai who are here. Mudryk wants Arsenal. Personal term was never an issue. And personal term is never going to be an issue. It's very clear he wants to come to Arsenal. He said in an interview with Zinchenko's wife कि भाई, I follow Arsenal religiously and I just hope the clubs can find an agreement. It's a shame. देखो रैमस्डेल ने क्या किया था, जब हम गए थे रैमस्डेल के लिए डील करने, द क्लब देयर रैमस्डेल्स क्लब, आई थिंक शेफील्ड था उस टाइम, wanted 40 million and Ramsdale himself knew he's not worth 40 million, so he refused to play. He refused to play and then eventually क्लब को बैक डाउन करके 30 मिलियन पे वापस आना पड़ा। आई एम नॉट सेइंग, देखो, आई डोंट पर्सनली लाइक द फैक्ट व्हेन प्लेयर्स के पास इतनी पावर हो जाती है that they go on a revolt and stop playing for their club, because if they do it once they can always do it again जब उनको move चाहिए होता है. So I am not a fan of that, but I think ये एक point है कि we should start walking away from this deal. 88 million is absolutely insane भाई. I think United dark horse in this EPL, they have performed well. No one was giving them a chance this year because of changes with less signings. Yeah, I would not say they're a dark horse for the EPL. Look, United have done really well, but they have the same issue as Arsenal. Arsenal का भी क्या था? Last season we went on a tear and won 7 in a row. Before हमारे 3 मैचेस हम लूज कर गए. ठीक है, यूनाइटेड राइट नाउ प्लेइंग रियली वेल. दैट लूक शॉ गोल yesterday मैं आज सुबह देख रहा था, क्या सुंदर गोल था, मजे आ गए. But there are teams like Brentford, there are teams like Newcastle, there are teams like City, at I would say even Liverpool to an extent, although Van Dijk injury हो गई है. तो काफ़ी सारी टीम्स हैं who are more settled. I won't say more talented than United, but they're just more settled than United. जिसके अगेंस्ट यूनाइटेड थोड़ा स्ट्रगल करेगी. I don't think United are bad necessarily. Of course not. I really like United. मैं इस चैनल पे बहुत बार बोल चुका हूँ that United का प्रोजेक्ट सबसे, I think आर्सेनल के बाद सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग है और सबसे एक्साइटिंग है. But I just think there are at least 4 teams who are better settled and better than United on paper. Now, on form, United can beat anyone. They beat Arsenal. I'm sure they can still beat Arsenal in the upcoming 2 weeks. But the thing is, United के depth issues बहुत हैं. कल Maguire अच्छा खेल गया. That is good. It's good news for you. But one injury to Casemiro or Eriksen or Bruno, and then you're back to your Fred and McTominay, right? And यही आर्सेनल के साथ हुआ है ना. गैब्रियल जेसस की इंजरी हो गई और अब हमारे पास अटैकिंग कोई ऑप्शन है नहीं बेंच से. So I won't say there are dark horses, but they are definitely a good team. ओके, प्लीज स्पैम मत करिए फ्लो प्लेयर्स. आप सबके कमेंट्स में हमेशा ले लेता हूँ, ठीक है. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली हार्ट ब्रेकिंग न्यूज फॉर लिवरपूल इवन एज राइवल फैंस यू फील यार. यार डूड, Shakhtar are being dickheads. It's pissing me off. अरे यार Mayank, we need to walk away, dude. Simple as that. Chelsea won't have FFP issues till 500 millions. They and Newcastle are the only 2 debt-free clubs in Europe, literally. So counting the UCL money and PL money plus 150 millions, they can spend it, bhai. Sadiq bhai, you're right. But it's just a question of, is this sustainable? They are spending too much. It's like Nottingham Forest, right? Nottingham Forest ने 20 प्लेयर ले लिए and उनका स्क्वाड सेटल ही नहीं हुआ. A team which has no identity is buying players now in the hopes of building an identity, and I hope eventually identity build हो. But you're right about the financial capabilities. जब Abramovich ने सेल किया, उसने सारा डेट माफ कर दिया, which is actually fucking insane. But it is what it is, भाई. Why you guys not going for Asensio? He is available for 30-40, can leave Madrid and play right wing, because he's not on the profile, yeah. He is a good player, but he's also injury prone. We don't want a player on loan or permanent for 30-40 million who is injury prone like this. So I think for the same amount of money, there could be younger profiles. And I refuse to believe Arsenal की scouting इतनी limited है कि हमारे पास सिर्फ plan A and plan B था. I'm sure we have a plan C, D, E, F and G. Chiesa, again, just returned from an ACL. I'll be a little cautious taking him. Should go for Depay. His playing style same as Gabriel Jesus and his contract is ending. Yeah, dude, Depay seems like the best option. What's FFP? Financial fair play. It's the amount of spending you can do without, basically, it's supposed to keep you spending within your means. But I think it is a flawed system. First of all, FFP is different in each league. ला लीगा का एफएफपी बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है. डच लीग में यू कैन नॉट ऑपरेट विदाउट डेट. इफ यू ऑपरेट विद डेट फॉर मोर देन 2 weeks यू आर डी रजिस्टर्ड फ्रॉम द लीग. वही पीएसवी वगैरह के साथ इशू था जिसकी वजह से उनको प्लेयर्स बेचने पड़े. एंड एफएफपी इन इंग्लैंड इज अ लिटिल मोर फेवरेबल टू द टॉप टीम्स बिकॉज टॉप टीम्स का रेवेन्यू इतना ज़्यादा होता है कि वो कर सकते हैं. बट it stops smaller clubs from paying these crazy 60-70 million. Like a Mukalo Mudryk for 80 million cannot ever go to, let's say, a Bournemouth, because Bournemouth की उतने great receipts है नहीं. But Villa, which is a mid-table club, has greater receipts than some of the upper middle clubs. Like Brighton से ज़्यादा है. तो Villa can pay जितना भी they paid for, let's say, a player like Coutinho and Buendia and जितने भी players उन्होंने लिए हैं. तो yeah. Why you guys not going? अरे यार please spam मत करो. Trossard will be interesting. Brighton might be tempted. He walks for free in the summer and Arsenal can negotiate with Brighton's consent. Trossard, I think we like the profile of the player, but अगेन निधि भाई, इट्स जस्ट डिपेंड्स ऑन कि हमारी स्काउटिंग ने क्या देखा है. मुझे लगता है कि हमारे पास कुछ ऑप्शंस होंगे, एंड आई वोंट बी सरप्राइज्ड इफ इन अ कपल ऑफ डेज टाइम द न्यूज़ कम्स कि वी आर वॉकिंग अवे फ्रॉम दिस डील, बिकॉज we have walked away from deals before, and now we need to walk away from this one again. It's absolutely nuts. Hey Joshua, man, how are you? Buzzing after yesterday's result, I'm sure. Um, by the way, after yesterday's, I've calmed down a little, and I think Newcastle played really well. They had a plan, and काफी अच्छा खेला. So good on Newcastle, man. Still third, um, joined third with United, I might say, and they always look on their way up. And now you have a run of very winnable games, at least 4 or 5 winnable games you guys have. So it's really nice. We can get Mitoma for 40-50. Why not go for him? Because भाई देखो, दिस इज नॉट फीफा कि आपने प्लेयर को 3-4 गेम्स में खेलते हुए अच्छा देख लिया ना, आप उसको फिट कर लोगे, राइट? Maybe we might go for him, maybe we might not go for him. It all depends on हमारी scouting process क्या है. There's a lot which goes into signing a player. चाहे आपकी एनालिटिक्स टीम देखे कि उसके रनिंग स्टैट्स आपकी टीम से कंपेरेबल हैं, क्या उसका डिफेंसिव गेम इज ऑन पार विद व्हाट यू एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम अ लेफ्ट विंगर, क्या उसकी डायरेक्टनेस इज गुड. देखो, वी ऑल कैन अग्री मीटोमा इज अ वेरी गुड प्लेयर, बट देयर आर सो मेनी गुड प्लेयर्स, राइट? Vlahovic is a good player. Nobody says Vlahovic is a bad player, right? But there are some players who will fit into the Arsenal system much better than the other ones. हमने मुड्रिक को इसलिए सोचा क्योंकि हमें लगा मुड्रिक will fit into the Arsenal system. Brighton been crazy too this year, and we lack depth to properly challenge. That's what भाई सादिक भाई, that's what I think. कितने दिन के लिए गया उसके लिए आप मेनिस इन द मॉन्क की वीडियो देख सकते हैं. उन्होंने अभी अभी आई थिंक थोड़े टाइम पहले एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ वाली वीडियो डाली है अबाउट वीवीडी. यू विल प्रॉब्ली गेट बेस्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन देयर. आई वोंट कमेंट ऑन थिंग्स आई डोंट नो. सादिक भाई, मैन यूनाइटेड के मैचेस देखने लाइव स्ट्रीम पे क्यों नहीं आ रहे? वो तो सादिक भाई से पूछ. दक्ष भैया, यू विल अग्री me or not, City is more favorite to win EPL, Arsenal number 2. I agree, bro. I agree. This is the stance that I have been. But I'll tell you one thing. ये जो हम सारे हमारे मैनेजर एंड हमारे प्लेयर्स कह रहे थे इतने दिनों से कि वन गेम एट अ टाइम, वी डोंट केयर अबाउट अदर्स, जितना एनिमेटेड और इमोशनल मैंने कल हमारे टीम को देखा ना, उससे दिख रहा है कि वी आर प्रॉब्ली गोइंग टू विन द लीग. मतलब मैं नहीं कह रहा हम जीतेंगे, बट हमारी टीम उस नज़रिए से खेल रही है कि हमें लीग जीतना ही जीतना है. Chelsea won't get UCL. They can. But Chelsea are 10th right now. They can go to Norway next season with their 2 billion squad. Yes, I'm salty. Hey Hassan, how are you, man? Hey Ayan, nice to see you as well. I believe this is going to result in another Nafrina deal. Player will choose his new club rather than his parent club. Dekho, I understand there is a lot of disappointment with this deal, but all I can tell you is this: football is a business. If Martinelli wanted to go to Madrid, and Madrid were offering us, let's say, 60 million, and Barca were offering us 85 million, Arsenal will push Martinelli to go to Barca because it's a business. We want to maximize our profit, right? And that's what Shakhtar are also doing. They want to maximize and cash in on this. Now, there is a limit जब तक आप insane levels पे जा रहे हो. अगर हम बोले बारसा को नहीं आप 120 मिलियन दो, या मैड्रिड को बोले आप 120 मिलियन, then they have to walk away. भाई, Martinelli, as good as he is not a 120 million player. He's very good, but वही है यार, it's a business. Shakhtar are doing what Arsenal would have done if we are trying to sell a player. Yes, we have been a little naive in selling our players. अब जैसे सेड्रिक को देख लो, सेड्रिक को हम फुलम को बेचना चाह रहे हैं. प्राइस अग्री हो गई है, बट सेड्रिक की वेजेस अग्री नहीं हो रही है. हम इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं, राइट? वी कांट बी लाइक चलो आप फ्री में ले लो और उसकी वेजेस उसमें एडजस्ट कर लो. वी शुड बी दिस नाइव भाई. अगर किसी क्लब को खरीदना है हमारा प्लेयर, तो यू शो ऑफ द मनी. हमने बर्न लेनो के लिए भी यही किया था. दिस इज नॉट समथिंग वी शुड बी डूइंग. There was a research article 2 years back after a decade of FFP, and the biggest flaw is that it prevents a new club from becoming big and makes sure that the rich be rich. Huh? That's what, right? It takes a massive amount of gamble. Even if a club decides to spend beyond its mean for one season, they have to be absolutely flawless with their signings and absolutely flawless with their record to make sure that they earn enough in this season to recoup whatever they have done. So yeah, I think it's very, very difficult. Bhai. FFP, fuck FFP. Hey Abhinav, nice to see you. स्पैम मत कर यार फ्लो, स्पैम मत कर. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, सारे कमेंट्स पढ़ रहा हूँ, मैं सारे ही पढ़ता हूँ मैं. हैव रिकॉल्ड अजीज एट हिज लोन फ्रॉम इपित्सा. हाँ यार, बट वो दैट्स मोस्टली बिकॉज ऑफ गेम टाइम. देखो, चार्ली पटिनो भी अच्छा खेल रहे, बट हम उसको नहीं बुला रहे. नीदर आर वी कॉलिंग फॉर लॉरेन बालोगुन. Although after yesterday, I won't be surprised if that's now under consideration. रित्सु डोआन रित्सु डोआन भी ठीक है यार, बट वही है ना, आप ऐसे थोड़ी आंख से देख के बता सकते हो। बहुत सारी स्काउटिंग चाहिए होती है। सब छोड़ो, डपाय ले लो, प्रॉपर जेसूस रिप्लेसमेंट। थिंक डपाय एंड फायरानी होगा यार। फैमिली वेकेशन नहीं भाई, मोहम्मद सादिक भाई, आप हमेशा एंजॉय करिए। आपको जब लाइव स्ट्रीम पे आना, आप आ जाइए। आपको इस चैनल पे आना, आप आ जाइए। यू आर ऑलवेज ऑलवेज वेलकम। आई नीड दिस शक्तर ऑफिशियल्स टू जस्टिफाई द सेम रीजन भाई। सम प्लेयर्स जस्ट लूज वैल्यू ओवर टाइम। अगर मान लो ही गेट्स इंजर्ड, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ एसीएल इंजरी ना हो, अकीलीज इंजरी ना हो, उसको 2-3 काफ स्ट्रेन्स ही पड़ जाएं समर के बीच में। अभी उन्होंने क्या कहा है, दे आर विलिंग टू पोस्टपोन द नेगोशिएशंस टिल द समर। लेट्स से ही गेट्स 2 काफ इंजरीज एंड वी ब्रिंग इट इनटू द नेगोशिएशंस टू समर, क्यों नहीं भाई, ही इज एन इंजरी प्रोन प्लेयर, वी विल नॉट, डेफिनेटली नॉट प्ले। एंड उनके शख्तर के पास भी नहीं होंगे ऑप्शंस टू से। So I think they're just cashing in on the moment, cashing in on the hype. Chelsea wala, I still think is not gonna happen, or it'll, if it happens, they're spending absolutely insane money, absolutely distorting the transfer market again. In fact, जितना विन चेल्सी वाले फैंस समझेंगे ना कि ओहो हमने तो आर्सेनल का डील हाईजैक कर लिया, इट्स प्रॉब्ली अ लिटिल मोर एग ऑन देयर फेस if they're willing to spend 88 million on a player who's made 30 appearances in his career. He could be a great player, no doubt about it, but logic dictates you should not take this risk. यार, रिस्क लेने के लिए तो आप आंख बंद करके यू कैन बेट £1,000 कि मैं अपने हाथ को स्टैब नहीं करूंगा, but logic dictates you don't take that risk. Maybe you will be successful, there's a decent chance you'll be successful if you're very talented, but logic dictates you should not do this. केसी को बोलो मुद्रिक छोड़ो, पूरा शख्तर डोनेट्स की खरीद लो, अनदर सिस्टर क्लब। ठीक है, आई अंडरस्टैंड, बट गाइस आई वुड ऑल जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट, सॉल्टी नहीं होते, सॉल्टी नहीं होते, थोड़ा लॉजिकली सोचते हैं। Just move away from this deal, it's not worth it, it's gonna take too much of our time and money, and we don't have the luxury to wait till the end of January to bring this guy in, or Felix for that matter. You start moving to other targets, and I think that's what our board will do, because देखो सीजन तो आगे चलेगा, अगले 2 गेम्स बहुत क्रूशल हैं। अगर कल सिटी जीत जाती है चेल्सी के अगेंस्ट, वो गैप 5 पॉइंट्स हो जाएगा हमारा। न्यूकासल के अगले 3-4 गेम्स बड़े विनेबल हैं। अगर हमने 2 गेम्स ड्रॉप कर दिए और वो 2 गेम्स जीत गए, तो आप सोच सकते हो कि सिचुएशन हमारे लिए कितनी डायर हो जाएगी। यूनाइटेड आर अगेन ऑन देयर वे अप एंड अप। सो या, प्लीज भगवान गैक्पो की तरह मुड्रिक का डील ना हो जाए। Yeah, I won't be surprised if Chelsea end up paying 88 million for Mudryk, man. And I'm telling you, आप 88 मिलियन खरीद भी लो, ठीक है, आपने 100 मिलियन यूरोस में खरीद लिया, कौन सा क्लब 140 मिलियन करेगा? देयर इज एब्सोल्युटली वेरी लिटिल चांस, अनलेस ही टर्न्स इनटू एन एम्बापे और रोनाल्डो और मेसी लेवल, टू मेक प्रॉफिट ऑन दैट साइनिंग, है ना? आप 88 मिलियन का खरीदोगे, कोई क्लब आपको 120 मिलियन नहीं देगा। यू विल हैव टू ईट अ लॉस ऑन दैट, ठीक है? एंड 60 मिलियन पे चलो, इफ ही टर्न्स आउट टू बी अ विनिशियस लेवल प्लेयर, यू कैन सेल हिम फॉर 80 मिलियन इन द फ्यूचर, बट अभी तो नहीं ना। ऐसे तो 80 मिलियन पे आप प्रॉफिट बनाना ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल। थैंक्स अवी फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग, एंड गाइस इफ यू हैवंट लाइक द स्ट्रीम, प्लीज लाइक द स्ट्रीम। आई रियली रिक्वेस्ट यू, इट हेल्प्स द चैनल ग्रो, एंड बहुत लोगों तक वीडियो पहुंचती है। What do you think? Can we take Mudryk? I don't think so. Not at this price. I would be very honest, not at this price, and I don't even think it's worth it at this price. We'll probably sign a new contract. Probably that's why Chelsea are after Mudryk now. I don't know Chelsea कौन से wingers के साथ खेलते हैं. If they want him to replace Aubameyang as a left wing, fair enough. But let's be honest, and I'll be honest, Chelsea's का project is going to take at least one more year to mature. And if Mudryk goes there, देखो, at the end of the day, the player can also refuse to go, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think Chelsea's project right now, at its on its face right now, looks very interesting. They're just accumulating a lot of players, I feel, and I don't know. देखो, I am at the end of the day an amateur observer of football, and I don't claim to be an expert, but at the risk of sounding like Gary Neville, I don't see a plan. But maybe there is a plan and I'm just too blind to see it. If there is a plan, then fair play, Chelsea, go get your man. But it just feels it's a little haphazard. Left wing, I don't think is their priority. Left wing is Mudryk's strongest position, but he can play in the right wing as well. I don't know if Graham Potter really wants this player, or if this is just a case of Todd Bowley being Todd Bowley, or Shakhtar just using Chelsea's name to drive the price up. I say we move away, dude. We won't go for Depay, not the right age profile plus high wage demand. हाँ यार, but options ही नहीं है ना, and we are getting into that desperate territory. If God forbid we lose against Spurs, then situation becomes even more desperate. Then clubs can even ask for more, knowing our desperation. So we should wrap any deal up before we play Spurs, to be honest. Marcus Thuram to Arsenal, your thoughts? Never been reported, so I have no thoughts about this. I don't even think Potter has any say on all these players. Maybe, dude. I don't know what the recruitment structure is, but they have Brighton ka recruitment structure. And I'm sure there is somebody else other than Todd Bowley also signing off on these deals. If Chelsea they get, I'm going to go into hiding. भाई इतने compilations बन चुके हैं, इतने photoshopped images बन चुके हैं. अ, ठीक है यार, चेल्सी ले लेगी. It is what it is. I won't go into hiding. I'll take it on the face when Chelsea fans say, हाँ हाँ, हमने तुम्हारा player छीन लिया. But you've stolen him at what cost, dude? देखो, we've all seen how Chelsea operates. They bought Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is shit now. He was probably the highest potential Bundesliga player that came to the Premier League. Bayer Leverkusen में फाड़ दी थी उसने. Timo Werner himself was so good. Um, and very high potential again. Christian Pulisic Dortmund में सबकी फाड़ रहा था, right? So I don't know, man. Chelsea doing Chelsea things. Before you know it, जब तक मुड्रिक का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हाफवे थ्रू जाएगा, चेल्सी के 3 मैनेजर्स और आ चुके होंगे. चेल्सी तो गलत कर रही है भाई, inflating the market, and that's what Chelsea does. But again, let's not be salty. They are trying to build their own project in their own way. हमारे पास पैसे नहीं थे तो हमें डिफरेंट वे में बिल्ड करना पड़ा, राइट? लिवरपूल का भी रीबिल्ड आएगा, आप उनका प्रोजेक्ट देखिए, वो भी अलग होगा. सिटी का भी रीबिल्ड चल रहा है, आप माने ना माने. दिस इज सिटी रीबिल्डिंग विद प्लेयर्स लाइक हालैंड एंड एल्वारेज एंड सर्जियो गोमेज. नहीं चलो कोई बात नहीं, हम एक और 50 मिलियन 40 मिलियन का विंग बैक ले लेंगे. सो एवरी टीम रीबिल्ड्स इट इन ओन वे. चेल्सी का रीबिल्ड ऐसा है. जैक बटलैंड कैसा गोलकीपर है? योर थॉट्स? जैक बटलैंड यार, दिस इज द थ्रो फ्रॉम द पास्ट. Butland was good. Now he's not good anymore. At least not for me. If Arsenal are ready to play 88 million, I would rather them spend on Leao and not Mudryk. Leao won't come. Chelsea तो गलत कर रही है, हो गया है. Gakpo deal is different. Man U never made any bid for Gakpo. I think they did not make a bid for Gakpo because they realized we don't have the money to offer it itna upfront. So that's why Liverpool, I think, just came in and went. What about some players from the South American or the European League? They should definitely be players similar to Mudryk, but cheaper and less hyped. It depends on where we have our scouting network. Now I think we don't have a scouting team, but we delegate our scouting to other scouts. And there is an analytics team that works in London. So we can definitely have it, but it's not easy because every team has scouts established in certain regions where they pick up players from mostly. So for example, France में हमारे काफ़ी हैं. हमारी scouting mostly European होती है and African होती है. And Brazilian, not Argentinian, unfortunately. बट अगर हमारे मान लो उधर स्काउट नहीं है, तो हमें पहले स्काउट्स लेने पड़ेंगे. पहले 6-7 मैचेस देखना पड़ेगा एंड देन वी हैव टू गो एंड पिक दीज गाइज अप. We simply cannot go on other people's valuations. We have a very specific requirement from each of our positions. So there is no time to establish a new scouting network, and there is no time to establish a scouting for maybe 6-7 matches and then run the analytics on it and then make a judgment and get the clearance from. तब तक तो window बंद हो जाएगा. But Arsenal is a professional club. I am sure there have been other options and potential replacements. And जैसे Fabio Vieira came out of nowhere, I think there have to be players in our transfer list or in our transfer targets that will target other players. जब तक डील कंप्लीट नहीं होती, तब तक कुछ भी बोलना सही नहीं होगा. We should wait till here we go. I believe Mudryk will be in red and white stripes in February. Let's see. Uh, don't call Man U, it's Man United or United. I say United only, भाई. मैंने तो कभी Man U नहीं कहा. ना मैं लिवरपूल को पूल बुलाता हूँ. I am very particular and I am very respectful of the names. सब गलती इस ग्रिलिश की है बेंचो इसके लिए आज इतना इन्फ्लेशन हो गया, डिसेंट प्लेयर भी है, आज महँगा पड़ रहा है। It's not only Grealish, man, it's a lot of players. I think this is just to test Arsenal's water, and they've tested it, and we've said fuck off. Chelsea has no plan, simple as that, just inflating the market. No need of Mudryk now. We need somebody for sure. I don't know if Mudryk is required. Um, एक second. Um, sorry यार, मोहक का text आया. Okay. I feel Chelsea is buying like shopping for a dish. They don't know how to cook. I think Chelsea are buying irrespective of the manager. I think if I have to give a benefit of doubt to Chelsea, I would say Chelsea are buying in a way that is irrespective of the manager. They're buying young, high potential players. चाहे कोई भी मैनेजर है अपनी फिलॉसफी उन पे इम्पोज कर सके, ठीक है, एंड अगर नहीं कर पाता और इफ द प्लेयर्स डोंट फिट उनको बेच दो, बिकॉज यंग प्लेयर्स की रीसेल वैल्यू होती है थोड़ी बहुत. नाउ is that the right way to go about it? I don't know. That is Chelsea's way to go about it. Badiashil, Datro Fofana, if they get Mudryk, then Mudryk. Plenty of players, यार वो कॉबम से इतने लोग बनाते हैं. I don't know, man. They're going to center backs. I thought they'd go for wing backs. Somebody for Reece James का cover. I thought they'd go for Pedro Porro, but Pedro Porro looks like Spurs जा रहा है. I don't know. I reckon we get Torres with all the links about Barca sell reduce wage bill. Yeah, man. But Sadiq Bhai says that Barca nahi bechegi Ferran Torres ko, so I don't really know. Kolo Muani, I won't say so. Marcus Thuram does not fit the profile. A Nesri, I don't know. Jao Felix. Kulusevski, I need you. Kulusevski यार वो Spurs में ही जाएगा. They'll do their obligation or sorry option to buy. ये यूनाइटेड और चेल्सी मार्केट की माँ बहन करके रखी है. नहीं यार. They have the money, they can spend the money. It's simple as that. जो हम लोग कह रहे हैं चेल्सी एंड यूनाइटेड के लिए, एस्टन विला माइट बी सेइंग अबाउट अस, ब्राइटन माइट बी सेइंग अबाउट अस, आर्सेनल लाके मुद्रिक को 88 मिलियन दे देती है, हम कैसे लेंगे? सो दे हैव टू रिलाई ऑन अदर सोर्सेज ऑफ प्लेयर्स. हमें भी यही करना पड़ेगा यार. वंस यू गेट आउटबिड यू हैव टू लुक एट अदर सोर्सेज. सो यू लुक एट द इटालियन लीग, you look at the Dutch league, look wherever. I think we'll still look at the Portuguese league or the Brazilian league. हम एक sort of identity बना रहे हैं, a free flowing football, and our players are more or less Portuguese speaker and English. French हमने सारे French लोग हटा दिए, German लोग हटा दिए. Now we're just focusing on the Iberian Peninsula and Portuguese speaker and Brazilians. Right? हमारे starting lineup पे कौन है? There's an English keeper, English right back, a French centre back, a Brazilian centre back, a Ukrainian slash Scottish left back, a Japanese right back, एक घानियन अफ्रीका हो गया, एक स्विस, इंग्लिश 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 ब्राजीलियन इंग्लिश, राइट. सो हमारा कोर ऑफ टीम इज कंसंट्रेटेड विद इन 1 to 2 or 3 रीजन्स एट मैक्स. ऐसे तो मार्शल के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में भी बालों डोर का क्लॉज है. If it is Christopher Vivell mainly that decides signings in Chelsea now. Yeah, so you would know more, Navjot. Like I said, I don't know. What happened, bruv? Is it off or what? It looks like it, man. I mean, it's off in pretty much every fucking detail except the official confirmation. 88 million is insane to pay for a player like Mudryk. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, उसने 30 appearances करी हैं, वो भी यूक्रेनियन लीग में. उसके ही इज अ गुड यंग प्लेयर, बट 30 अपीयरेंसेस पे आप 100 मिलियन यूरो नहीं दे सकते. दिस इज विदाउट any wages, this is without any sign on bonus, this is without any additional incentives and bonus. So I don't know, man. I think it is pretty much off. जो हमने हुसैम अव्वार के साथ किया था, हम इसके साथ भी यही करेंगे. We'll just walk away and it is up to him if he wants to force Shakhtar to reduce the price or not, or he can go to Chelsea. Good luck to him in that sense. A for Arsenal, Chelsea has no rebuild plan. They just see what other clubs are trying to buy and then copy that. I think that's a little reductive, yeah. भाई कौन बोल रहा है? कौन बोल रहा है? अगर मैंने बोला, आई एम सॉरी, बट एज फार एज आई नो मैंने नहीं बोला है. सो इट्स यूनाइटेड भाई. मार्टिन ओडेगार्ड वाटर प्लेयर एज अ मैड्रिड फैन, कहीं हम गलती तो नहीं कर दी? ही इज अ गुड प्लेयर डूड, बट सेम थिंग भाई. ओजिल वाज अ ग्रेट प्लेयर. वी जस्ट नीड समबडी हु कैन फिनिश अप everything. Regardless, we have to be patient. The second Mudryk rejects Chelsea, which I think he would, Shakhtar would have to give in. And that's crucial. But more crucial than that, I think it's going to be the fact that um, Chelsea can't pay a lot of money upfront. They're not the team who can pay a lot of money upfront, but they maybe can. Who knows, dude? इस बार Chelsea के क्या finances हैं किसी को नहीं पता. Hey Daksh Bhaiya, hey MZ, how are you? Ronaldo in Real Madrid 2018 said Odegaard will be shining. या अरे यार ये कहाँ से आवाज आ रही है? एक सेकंड गाइस. इको कंफर्ट क्या कौन सी प्रोसेस चल रही है? फैन क्यों चल रहा है? ओके, चेल्सी तो खुद की स्काउटिंग भी नहीं करती. वो वेट कर रहे हैं सब कोई क्लिप किसी से लिंक और वो जाकर एडिशनल 50 मिलियन पाउंड देके प्लेयर खरीद है. अगेन, I know if you guys are being sarcastic, it's fine, but that's a little reductive to say about Chelsea. ग्रिलिश, पॉगबा, नेमर सबकी गलती है और खास करके ये पीएसजी वाले भेंचोद. यार ये तो जिस क्लब के पास पैसे होगा वो पैसे क्यों नहीं देंगे? दैट इज देयर स्ट्रेंथ, राइट? मैं वही कह रहा हूँ, इतनी सॉल्टी होने की हम में से किसी को जरूरत नहीं है. इट्स फाइन. FFP will be strict from next season, so Chelsea is thinking अभी right time है to spend crazy. नहीं होगा यार, मैं आपको अभी बता रहा हूँ. Chelsea अभी 10th पे है. Unless they finish outside the Champions League, then it will be an issue for them. But तभी भी they are making their deals in such a way. अभी एंजो फर्नांडिस को भी वो एक लॉन्ग टर्म 6 साल का डील देंगे. ऑल्दो फीफा की ऑफिशियली है दैट दे डोंट रिकॉग्नाइज मोर देन 5 years ऑफ डील्स. वो कुछ ऐसे कर देंगे 5 years विद 2 year ऑप्शनल एक्सटेंशन. तो एसेंशियली एक 7 year का डील हो गया. एंड वो अपने अकाउंट्स में इस 120 मिलियन की जो फीस है उसको 7 year में डिवाइड कर देंगे, चाहे फर्स्ट ईयर में आपको 16 मिलियन देना पड़े वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. Chelsea are just copycat in transfer window but failed in Rafinha, Kunde, Jesus and Richarlison. Well, that is because Rafinha and Kunde का Barcelona pull था. Jesus wanted to work with Arteta. And Richarlison के लिए I'm sure Tottenham ने ज़्यादा पैसे दे दिए होंगे उस टाइम पे. And in the sense आगे आगे जाके up front. Taremi कैसे ऑप्शन होगा यार? He's a good name, but that's the thing. He's just a name. We don't know how he'll fit into the system. I don't think he'll be a good option. ग्रीनवुड का क्या चल रहा है अभी? एनी आइडिया? yesterday I heard his case was discarded. Please confirm. His case has been discarded. I don't know उसका आगे का क्या सीन है. Maybe he'll play for United again. But case discard or not भाई, like I always say, वो recordings हम सब ने सुनी है. अगर नहीं सुनी है तो देख लो. You can't fake recordings. और जो जिस टाइप का वो बंदा है, if I was United, I would not keep him again. मैं उसका contract run down करने दूंगा and then any club who wants to pick him up can pick him up. Chelsea are just copycat हो गया. Harvey Barnes ले लो. Harvey Barnes, yeah, that's a good shout, man. But हमें स्ट्राइकर ज्यादा चाहिए डूड. हमें स्ट्राइकर ज्यादा चाहिए. सोचो भाई, हमने जेमी वार्डी ले लिया. फक सेक. Chelsea are just copy. अरे यार, please don't spam यार. Please don't spam. It'll take a while, but I'll get to your comment. Don't worry. Get Mudryk on loan and they don't want to sell on loan, right? अरे मार्केट में दो लोग होते हैं, एक खरीदने वाला और एक बेचने वाला. मैं अगर एक फ्रूट सेलर के पास जाके बोलो आप मुझे तंदूरी चिकन दो, तो थोड़ी बना पाएगा ऐसे, राइट? He has to sell tandoori chicken for me to buy tandoori chicken. If they have to give us on loan for us to even buy on loan, I don't know if this sort of deal is favorable for them. जब तक आप ये कमेंट पढ़ रहे होगे दक्ष भैया, तब तक मैं फीफा के 5 मैचेस खेल लूंगा आके आपको कोई बात नहीं भाई. देखो, मैं किसी को प्रायोरिटाइज नहीं करता. आई ट्राई टू आंसर एंड टॉक टू एवरीवन, वरना फिर फेवरेटिज्म हो जाएगा. व्हाट अबाउट फिलिक्स नाउ? नो आइडिया. Is it off? It's off in everything but the official announcement, man. I would say this is just, there is just too much of asking money. Like बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे मांग रहे हैं. मुझे नहीं लगता हमें ये पैसे देने चाहिए. Sky Sports Reliable, they're saying confidence increase in Arsenal camp for Mudryk despite Chelsea interest. I don't know, man. Charles Watts, who is an Arsenal journalist, works for Goal, says that Shakhtar are not willing to negotiate the price down, and they're okay with postponing the negotiations till the summer. By which case, हम move on कर लेंगे. And their CEO Sarna is meeting Chelsea today or tomorrow. I don't know. Madrid sent Tchouaméni for 100 and 16-year-old Endrick for 65 million, but all the harm is done by City PSG. Yeah. Tchouaméni is also going to be a good talent. 65 million for Endrick is also fucking insane. They bought Vinicius for a similar crazy sum of money either. And आप अम्बापे के लिए 220 मिलियन दे रहे थे. देखो, these are all transfer market distorting fees. There is no two ways about it. It's not only City, PSG, United are doing this with Anthony. We did this with Pepe. Chelsea do this with so many players. Madrid ऑफ कोर्स जैसे दो एग्जांपल्स आए तो यार होता है, बहुत सारे कर रहे हैं. गैक्पो टू यूनाइटेड, मुड्रिक टू आर्सेनल, व्हाट आई हैड ड्रीम फॉर, बट एक बार कोई बात नहीं भाई, दे विल फिनिश आउटसाइड टॉप फोर, दे 10th राइट नाउ. It'll take a miraculous comeback and a miraculous downfall from one of the top four teams to get out of the top four भाई. Why to take tension as a Chelsea fan? मेरी पॉकेट से थोड़ी जा रहा है. um, नवजोत, आई अंडरस्टैंड आपकी पॉकेट से नहीं जा रहा है, बट देन यू आर, एज फैंस वी आर द फर्स्ट वंस टू कंप्लेन इफ थिंग्स डोंट वर्क आउट, राइट? अब देखो, देर हैज नेवर देर हैज बीन नो फुटबॉल फैन इन द वर्ल्ड who's gone into a transfer window and said हमें दो तो नहीं चाहिए ये प्लेयर. यूनाइटेड ने क्या किया? यूनाइटेड स्पेंट, overspent on Anthony, spent good money on Casemiro as well, and now they don't have money in the January transfer window, right? To pay for somebody like Gakpo, which they desperately needed. So you are taking, let's say, aapke, of course, nobody is taking money from you, but then you are investing your time, you're investing your emotions in that team. And if your team spends crazy money, um, and things don't work out, aapke emotionally, you will get emotionally hurt, right? You will be like, my team is fucking stupid. There is no plan. Plus, in extreme cases, you have cases like Barcelona who are in financial peril right now. If you don't remember, लीड्स के साथ भी काफी ये हुआ था, रेंजर्स लिक्विडेशन में चला गया था. नाउ these are of course not at the size of Chelsea like Rangers and Leeds, of course, but कोई क्लब impervious नहीं होता. At the end of the day, you are run by businessmen whose primary motive is to get some amount of money. And Todd Bowley, he might spend 1.5 billion pounds in the next year. मैं कह रहा हूँ सब मिला के 1.5 बिलियन पाउंड भी स्पेंड कर लिया. अगर बंदे को रिटर्न नहीं मिला, उसका तो पैसा जा रहा है ना. तो आप सोचिए फिर वो क्या करेगा. मे बी हिल स्टॉप स्पेंडिंग, राइट? रिच लोग ही फुटबॉल क्लब्स ओन करते हैं ना. यू हैव योर पीटर लिम्स एंड एवरीवन हु इज इन वेलेंसिया. Once they stop making money, they start gutting the club. You don't want something like that happening to your club, bhai. So frivolous, pointless spending bhi hurts your players. I'm sure we're looking at different options, but last January PTSD is real. I think we'll sign somebody, yeah. But yeah, PTSD is true. Let Felix somebody on loan. साला कल आर्सेनल का गोल ही नहीं मारा, मूड खराब, ऊपर से फकिंग आर्सेनल हमेशा गोल मारता है, कल नहीं मारा. अरे यार, it is what it is, man. You, no team has a perfect home record throughout the season. Greenwood ले लो, हमें बचा लो, pick him. Ferran Torres, perfect for Arsenal. Hey Ashwin, man, how are you? Tielemans for Arsenal, he's going to sign a new contract. That's what Brendan Rodgers said. पुलिसिच के साथ हमारे लिंक्स का नहीं चाहिए. पुलिसिच इज डन. अरे नहीं दक्ष भैया, नो हर्ट फीलिंग्स. आप मेरा कमेंट 2 दिन बाद भी पढ़ोगे, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम. अरे यार, थैंक्स सो मच. एल बी सी बी, एल बी तो नहीं है बेन वाइट यार, सी बी एन आर बी है वो. ruined the transfer window the day they bought Neymar by 222 million. कल आर्सेनल न्यूकासल में पेनल्टीज का केस था. प्लीज एक्सप्लेन, आई डोंट सीन दैट मैच. There were 2 penalty shots. One was very genuine where Gabriel was pulled down by Dan Burn. Shirt पूरी पीछे खींच ली गई थी. रेफरी और वार ने कुछ नहीं कहा. एंडी मैडली, by the way, I thought English referees cannot get worse. Andy Madley is the worst referee I've seen, and I've seen Mike Dean. ठीक है. एंड हमारी किस्मत ही ऐसी कि एंडी मैडली पिच पे है एंड फकिंग स्टुअर्ट एटवेल, द सेकंड वर्स्ट रेफरी इन द प्रेम, इज ऑन वार. क्रेजी. एंड सेकंड वाला हैंडबॉल था, which I don't think should have been a pen. Zaha for less money in January to Arsenal. No age profile anymore, unfortunately. No offense, we did sign both of them, and I'm sure we know the Galacticos era, but we recovered the money of Chouameni from Casemiro, which was 80 million. And about Edric, yes, we did pay. Yeah, dude, I'm not. Nobody is saying कि यार Madrid hasn't recouped the money. They do sell well, of course. They don't get into the way of players who want to leave. That is true. It's just a question of in which world is a 20-year-old worth 100 million. But I guess that's the game you play if you want to be a top club, man. You're not paying 100 million for immediate performances. You're paying 100 million that he can perform well. He can be an established and well recognized center midfielder in the next 3-4 years. And if teams have the money to spend like that, they should spend money like that. But you can't deny the impact it has on the transfer window, because now every team expects their 20-year-old to be 100 million worth. Because if Madrid can play Monaco 100 million for Aurelien Chouameni, then why should not a Benfica expect Enzo Fernandez to go for 120 million? 2-3 साल बाद पता चलेगा American owners operate just as United, Liverpool, and Arsenal fan. Bowley is just making guys happy right now. नहीं यार, he pledged to spend इतना पैसे. Uh, they would give anything. It's all PSG fault है. Mbappe का रंडी रोना तो है ही उनका. अरे यार छोड़ो ना. भाई मुझे तो फुटबॉल का एफ भी नहीं पता, पर आपकी बातें सुनने आ जाता हूँ. अरे यार, थैंक यू सो मच भाई, थैंक यू सो मच. We are Chelsea. We get what we want regardless. We buy victory. It's our culture. All right, Ian. That's fine. That's fair. You have Chelsea have bought their way to success, and if it's a strategy that works for them, then it works for them. Mikel is furious. I know Mikel is furious with these deals. I know Mikel is smart enough not to get a little emotional. He does get emotional a lot, but I know he's smart enough to know when to walk away. I don't think the board will sanction stupid money. Uh, can't forget five. Let's not go there, man. United looking to sign Butland on loan. What's going on? Well, they had Dubravka. After Dubravka, if Tom Heaton, and Tom Heaton's not a quality keeper anyway. Guys, 74 of you are watching this. Please like the video if you haven't. It helps the channel grow, and this is probably the highest concurrent viewing I've ever had. So let's keep this channel growing. Let's keep this community growing. I'm trying to answer all of your questions. Don't want to jinx United's run, but the lack of depth is a main worry. And that's for every team not named Manchester City. Atwell is a disgrace. I remember his pathetic refereeing from Arsenal versus United last season. Guys, I'll reiterate the point. Mikhailo Mudryk, probably a very good player, not good enough for 88 million. 88 million is fucking 100 million euros without signing on fees, without agent fees, without salary, without any bonuses. Absolutely insane. Mikhailo Mudryk, if he signs for Arsenal, let's say we get him, he is not starting ahead of Martinelli. He's a bench option, at least for a year. जब तक हम मार्टिनेली को सेंटर फॉरवर्ड मूव नहीं करते. ठीक है. Mikhailo Mudryk, we cannot make our highest paid player come off the bench. That is absolutely insane. अगर आपको बेंच ऑप्शन लाना है तो आप 30-40 मिलियन स्पेंड कर लो ज्यादा से ज्यादा. फाबियो वियरा जितने पैसे दिए हैं, नो प्लेयर. आकर्षण ने सही कहा, चाहे क्लब्स कोई भी क्लब पैसे दे दे, बिकॉज पीएसजी आ गई, चेल्सी आ गई, ये आ गया, वो आ गया. नो प्लेयर इन द वर्ल्ड is worth 100 million except maybe Kylian Mbappe. That is the reality, bhai. Overrated even if he comes and scores 12 goals for 88 million. भाई इस पे इतना प्रेशर आ जाएगा यार. और आपको पता है इंग्लिश मीडिया कैसी है. अभी आप सोचो, इफ ही बताऊं क्या सिनेरियो है. अगर इफ यू डोंट गेट Mudryk and Chelsea gets Mudryk, Arsenal are not ambitious enough in the transfer window. They have shown this over and over again. And the day Mudryk does not perform, if we signed him and he does not perform, वही जैसे सैंचो के साथ वो 007 वाला ग्राफिक बना दिया था ESPN ने, वही हमारे साथ कर देंगे भाई. तो एक तो पहले हम एक 21 साल के लड़के पे इतना प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं कि भाई हमने तो तुम्हारे लिए इतने पैसे दिए, तुम्हारे क्लब ने हमारे इतने पैसे मांगे, तुम चीज क्या हो, हमें दिखाओ. So I think that is a little unfair on Mudryk. That is a little unfair on Arsenal. And this is something that Mudryk will suffer if he goes to Chelsea for 88 million. I am telling you this right now. Chelsea has not done good with any big transfer money signing. उनके जितने भी अच्छी साइनिंग्स जो अभी भी चल रही हैं have all been shrewd signings. Whether it's Cesar Azpilicueta, N'Golo Conte, you can count in one of the signings जो उन्होंने काफी पैसे दिए, and he's turned out excellent. Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, not big money signings, but shrewd signings, players that they wanted. Kepa, पता नहीं क्या सीन है उसका. Mendy, पता नहीं क्या सीन है उसका. Right? Jorginho, no idea. रूडिगर अच्छा था, रूडिगर चला गया. रूडिगर भी उन्होंने आई थिंक 30-35 मिलियन का ही लिया था, ज्यादा महंगा नहीं था रूडिगर भी. What if Mudryk rejects Chelsea? Then he doesn't go to Chelsea. The player has a say in all of this. Media is bashing Nunes so much and he's going. भाई Nunes जैसे प्लेयर को इतना bash कर रहे हैं भाई, it's absolutely insane. Mudryk's are begging for Arsenal changing into an ugly transfer saga. भाई I think if we have 60 million to give, no, you test Brentford's resolve. आप इवन टोनी के लिए जाओ, मेरे को पता है उसके बेटिंग स्कैंडल्स हैं, ठीक है. यू गो फॉर प्लेयर्स लाइक दैट, यू गो फॉर एबेरिचे एजे, यू गो फॉर मिगेल ओलिसे, यू गो फॉर दीज काइंड्स ऑफ प्लेयर्स क्रिस्टल पैलेस से, ठीक है. निधि भाई बोल के गए ट्रॉसार्ड, आपके पास 60 मिलियन, आप ब्राइटन का रिजॉल्व टेस्ट करके देखो. अगर आपके पास 60 मिलियन है, आपको काइसेडो के लिए जा सकते हो 50 मिलियन के लिए. भाई देर आर plenty of options and plenty of places we can strengthen for the amount of money we offered. We offered 62 million ka package, 55 million plus 7 million or something like that. ठीक है. But if we have 62 million, we can pretty much strengthen every other position that we need. We can strengthen somebody in defense for 30 million, or if you have 60 million, you spend 50 of that on Caicedo. You spend the rest of that, you wait for Jao Felix की fees to come down and you get Jao Felix. बाकी 15 मिलियन से या 12 मिलियन से जो भी है, ठीक है. सो प्लीज टेक फैटी. दे आर आस्किंग फॉर 70 मिलियन. मनमोहित, कौन देगा 70 मिलियन आंसू फैटी के लिए? आंसू फैटी अगर बार्सिलोना के लिए नहीं खेल रहा है, उसका 1 बिलियन का रिलीज क्लॉज है. पहली बात, 70 मिलियन बारसा मांग रही है. उसकी इंजरीज के बाद ही इज नॉट बिन द सेम प्लेयर. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ आप यूसुफ मकोको ले लो, फिर कैसेडो एंड यूसुफ मकोको ले लो. 60 to 75 मिलियन, 62 to 70 मिलियन में यू कैन गेट बोथ ऑफ देम. Being a City fan, Arsenal is winning because we are pathetic right now. Your views about City? My views about City is that City can always turn it on. This has happened to City multiple times where Pep has tried a new system and it has not worked. And all Pep has had to do, let's go back to basics. None of this fancy smancy stuff. Let's go back to basics and then City go on a 14-game winning streak. I would still say when Arsenal were 7 or 8, even now when we're 8 points ahead of City, City are still title favorites because they have the depth to compete in multiple competitions. They have the depth to change the game if something doesn't work. Yesterday हमारी सबसे बड़ा इशू क्या था? हमारा प्लान अगेंस्ट न्यूकासल काम नहीं करा, but हम defensive substitutions लाए. We did not have, even if we had Smith Rowe on the bench, he could have changed something. So yeah, Tony is definitely getting banned. Get Ismail Assar from Watford. Let's see, 50 million on Caicedo and 21 on Jao Felix. 10 million on even Fresneda if Cedric leaves. Dekho, that is what I'm saying, bhai. If you have 62 million to burn, you burn it on 3 players. You get fucking Caicedo, bhai. Caicedo nahi lana, theek hai. You get Unahi, you get Amrabat. There are so many players you can get for 62 million. Is Mudryk better than ESR? Just asking. To be fair, man, it depends. देखो, Smith Rowe has very interesting qualities in the way he runs, dribbles and takes a low shot like Martinelli. Mudryk, हमने उसकी सिर्फ हाइलाइट्स देखे. लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट, किसने अभी तक यूक्रेनियन लीग देखा है अर्नेस्टली बैठ के शख्तर की गेम्स? चलो आपने चैंपियंस लीग में देख लिया होगा, बट यार आई थिंक इट्स दे आर वेरी डिफरेंट प्लेयर्स. मैंने सुना है कि मुड्रिक डज नॉट हैव एनी डिफेंसिव कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस. बंदे के 0 टैकल्स हैं. So he's great going forward, but he's absolutely shit going back. So there will be an element of training him to also be better. Nelson injury update. There is no injury update, my friend. Even if Chelsea gets a deal with Mudryk, agree on personal term, that dude wants Arsenal so bad, he should riot and not go to training sessions like Anthony. Yaar dekho, you can never say anything about a particular player. ठीक है? Maybe he just wants to leave Shakhtar and he wants to play in Europe and he wants to play in England and the Premier League. If that is his priority, he can say yes to Chelsea. All this twerking probably made it look like Arsenal is the only one interested, which is why probably he was twerking really hard for Arsenal. But maybe now he knows कि काफी सारे clubs आ रहे हैं मेरे पीछे. Maybe he stops all of that and he actually agrees terms with Chelsea. You never really know, man. Imagine if Vinicius was available to buy. How much would you pay for him? 90. They're asking 88 for Mudryk. Bhai, for Vinicius, you can imagine कि तुम चलो मुझको 95-100 million दे दोगे. पीक Alexis Sanchez के लिए हम 60 million मांग रहे थे. आप सोचो. तो ये Mudryk क्या है भाई? बहुत प्राउड फील करते होगे ना आप, because Arteta and Arsenal legend leading Arsenal to PL title soon. Hopefully, man. I am waiting for Michael Carrick, Rooney, and all those managing any team right now. Carrick record at Birmingham has been really good apparently, but as we've seen, yeah, so was Steven Gerrard's record at Rangers. So the Premier League's different gravy, man. Premier League is different gravy. What do you want, EPL or Europa? And FA, I would want the EPL, man. It's been too long. It's been too long since we won the EPL. Good option in the summer for free. He just comes with a lot of baggage, yeah. Rabiot ki mom is a very big issue. She is a point of pain and she's very interfering. And I don't think Mikel wants characters like that. Arteta is not an Arsenal legend. Don't take the piss. He's not an Arsenal legend, but yeah, he's a former captain. He's a cult hero. He's a very good player for us. But yeah, he's not legend status. I think it's reserved for very few players. Yeah. So yeah, if Mudryk is that much, how much is Saka Martinelli? That is what I'm saying, bhai. If Enzo Fernandez is 117 million, how much will you pay for Odegaard, bhai? Saint Maxima as a cheap alternative. Again, no defensive contributions. A very good dribbler, wasteful finisher. Not somebody we need. We need somebody who's direct. Carrick is in Middlesbrough. हाँ, वही कहा ना? क्या मैंने कहा? बर्मिंघम कहा था? I'm so sorry. Middlesbrough की बात थी. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Um, so yeah, guys, it's absolutely insane what is being asked of us. And as I said, he's just made too few appearances for us to classify him as an 80 million pound signing. 88, not even 80. And I don't think Chelsea will get him for two reasons. One, Shakhtar want a lot of money up front, which is something Chelsea is actively trying to stop from happening because then that limits their spending power. And second, Mudryk has to agree personal terms with Chelsea. Now, that is second one is a little flimsy or weak argument because a human's a human. If he wants to get out of Shakhtar, he'll go to any place. Um, but जो उसने twerking करी है आर्सेनल के लिए, the sort of admiration and keenness he's shown for Arsenal, it looks he wants Arsenal, but you just never show. I did not watch the game yesterday, bro. I'm sorry. I just watched the highlights in very short way, and that Shaw wala goal was the beautiful goal. I don't know anything else about the game, but good for United on winning that game, bhai. To be honest, um, आप लोग joint third हैं, so that's my only thoughts, and that's pretty much it. Hangover right now, अरे यार, I'm so happy you guys are enjoying. Enjoy करो ये process. This is good, and I think a lot of fans just need to enjoy the ride and sometimes just not worry about trolling and showing their support. Chelsea will not pay that much, but will outpay Arsenal. Depends, dude. It see the only thing Navjot is Shakhtar wants money upfront. ठीक है? They want 62 million upfront. उतना तो आप एंजो के लिए देने को तैयार नहीं है. आप सोचो. एंजो के लिए अगर आप 20-25 मिलियन दोगे फर्स्ट ईयर पे, आप 60 मिलियन दोगे मुड्रिक के लिए. अगर आप दोगे तो फिर बेंफिका भी बोलेगा भाई हमें क्यों नहीं दिया. खैर चलो वो तो छोड़ो. Can they outpay Arsenal? Of course they can outpay Arsenal. But I think the sticking point will be what Mudryk wants and how much upfront money does Shakhtar want. Before we did not, but before we didn't had Haaland and Pep can't bench him. We can't play that free flowing football with Haaland, in my opinion. It's like this, yeah. अभी जैसे आप आर्सेनल को देख रहे हो, इफ यू वॉच आर्सेनल गेम्स, आवर गोल्स कम फ्रॉम अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट प्लेयर्स, राइट? इन वेस्ट हैम थ्री स्ट्राइकर्स, फ्रंट थ्री स्कोर्ड, इस ब्राइटन अ फ्रंट फोर स्कोर्ड इंक्लूडिंग ओडेगार्ड. तो हमारे गोल्स काफ़ी जगह से आ रहे थे, दैट वाज सिटी. आपके विंग से बहुत गोल आ रहे थे, आप कटबैक्स करते थे. जब डेविड सिल्वा, साने, स्टर्लिंग, हेसूस या अग्वेरो में से कोई भी खेलता था, आपके गोल्स उन चारों में डिवाइड हो जाते थे. अब आपके पास एक फनल्ड अटैक है, जहाँ पे आप प्लेयर्स अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बना रहे हैं हालैंड जैसे प्लेयर के लिए, ठीक है? सो दैट इज़ समथिंग. आपका अटैक पैटर्न थोड़ा प्रेडिक्टेबल हो रहा है, बट आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ बिग वरी, डूड. दिस इज जस्ट हालैंड गेटिंग टू नो हिज टीममेट्स. आप देखो थोड़े टाइम में हालैंड विल आल्सो integrate into this very seamlessly. Okay, I pray Chelsea turn into Barcelona where they can't even keep paying wages. I think Todd Bowley is a little smarter. He's a very smart owner in other sports franchises, and I know he has a good team around him that will make sure that that doesn't happen. Which is why you see the kind of signings they're making. You can say big money, big money. देखो जितना वो एंजो पे स्पेंड करेंगे, आई डोंट थिंक दे विल बी एबल टू रिकूप अनलेस एंजो हैज कांटे से भी बेटर सॉर्ट ऑफ सीजन every year. But they can make money off selling Badia Shield if it doesn't work out in the future. They can make money of selling David Fofana if it doesn't work out. Because इन लोगों के लिए उन्होंने बहुत कम पैसे दिए हैं. तो you can easily see if Badia Shield does well, they can use that 21 million के जो उन्होंने खरीदा, they can sell him for 31-32 million. सीधा 10 million profit. So आप एक प्लेयर पे लॉस ले लो, बट आप 5-6 प्लेयर्स पे प्लस उनके पास कॉबम है. कॉबम इतने ज़्यादा प्लेयर्स बेचते हैं. They will be able to sort of ease out that Enzo Fernandez का जो भी लॉस होगा वो. um, he won't face with Chelsea Zinchenko as a big player now. Let's see, man. I don't think Zinchenko can convince Shakhtar. No, sick gaming. I think Mudryk के साथ तो has never been an issue. The issue is Shakhtar. So that is it. Okay. He gave an example. He didn't compare. Yeah, of course, man. Donny injury was too bad. मैंने replay देखे. I think he buckled his knee or something, right? Chelsea steals Mudryk from Arsenal, then it's not surprising because it's Arsenal tradition to lose in bidding wars. I mean, you can say that, but it's just, I think it's healthy to know when to walk away when you're overspending, right? Now, if I'm going to a shop to buy 20 रुपए के लेस एंड आप हमेशा आके 50 रुपए का वो पैकेट ले लेते हो और आप आके बोलते हो भाई ये तो तुम्हारी हिस्ट्री है कि तुम आउटबिड हो जाते हो, आई बी लाइक हाँ, बिकॉज मेरे को 50 रुपए के लेज नहीं लेने हैं, मैं 20 रुपए से ज़्यादा नहीं लूंगा। एंड अगर हर जगह तुम आके 50 रुपए दोगे तो मैं लेज की जगह बिस्किट खा लूंगा, इट्स फाइन। So that's what it's there, right? Do you really need Mudryk? I don't know, man. You're getting Nkunku, जिसको आप खुद विंग पे खिलाने की सोच रहे हो। आपके पास स्टर्लिंग है, आपके पास ओबामेयांग है, आपके पास स्काई है। आप एसेंशियली क्या कर रहे हो? इवन इफ यू आउटबिड आर्सेनल, आप कितने दे दोगे? मैं कहता हूँ आप फुल अमाउंट भी नहीं दो, आप 80 मिलियन दे दो, चलो 78 मिलियन दे दो। You are spending 78 million for a bench player, which I think for Arsenal does not really make sense. So if you think it's tradition to lose bidding wars, I think it's a tradition to be a little smart with our signings. That's what I'll say, Jack Sparrow, Joker Sparrow. Um, Mudryk wants Arsenal, but if Arsenal don't allow to pay money, there's so many chances Arsenal must sign new players. We need to win the Premier League. I think it's the best time to win the Premier League, but we need signing. Shakhtar is not agreeing. Is this thing, bhai? Bro, he isn't worth it. Gakpo would have been a good option. बट गैकपो के भी चांसेस होंगे ना. इट्स लाइक दिस, देखो, इट्स नॉट दैट वी बीन शाई ऑफ स्पेंडिंग मनी. इट्स ईदर दैट some player wants to go somewhere else, like Lisandro Martinez wanted to go to Manchester United. ठीक है, एंड उसको मैन यूनाइटेड जाना था, जो जाना था, हम उसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते. अब मुड्रिक, इफ ही वांट्स टू गो टू चेल्सी, ही विल गो टू चेल्सी, सिंपल एज दैट. बट वी नो कि हम इतने पैसे तो नहीं देने वाले, और देने नहीं चाहिए. अगर क्लब दे देगा पैसे, आई विल आल्सो सेलिब्रेट दिस साइनिंग एंड आई विल आल्सो बी लाइक हाँ हाँ चलो मुड्रिक आ गया, मुड्रिक आ गया. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द, लाइक नवजोत सेड, ना मेरी जेब से पैसे जा रहे हैं. बट आई विल बी अ लिटिल सस्पेक्ट एंड आई ऑनेस्टली आई विल बी लिटिल कंसर्न जितना प्रेशर उस पर पड़ेगा उसके बाद. Please keep smiling. Seems like a little bit sad inside. Nahin yaar, I am not sad. Just yesterday's game put a real downer on my mood, as I think we could do so much more. Um, but it's just that problem ye hai ki we just don't have the options to do it. And don't worry, bhai. I'm not sad. I'm completely fine. Don't worry. Is it off? What was the point of twerking for Arsenal so much? I think he'll still twerk for Arsenal, Pratham. It's just that the club he plays for does not want the money that we are offering. And that's fine, that's business. On opinion on Pulisic, there were some links, but I really like him, but his form hasn't been great. Yeah, I'll tell you, bhai. एक तो he repeatedly gets his hamstring injured, which is the number one reason I don't want. Hamstring वाली इंजरी ने आर्सेनल को हमेशा इतना सताया है. ठीक है, फैब्रिगास की आधी इंजरीज हैमस्ट्रिंग इंजरीज होती थी. ठीक है. So one thing is that he's too injury prone. Second, you're right, his form has not been good and he's just a very confident player. He's a good player, but वो confidence पे thrive करता है. Can he work at Arsenal? Possibly. I mean, he has a quick pace and great dribbling skills like Martinelli, but his finishing is very suspect. And again, उसकी injury is the biggest obstacle for me, भाई. Hamstring injury part PTSD, yes, PTSD. Bro, Barca business, you trolled them for no reason. अरे यार छोड़ो ना यार, let's let it be. Barca needs to teach Chelsea how business is done. अरे यार तुम हाईजैक कर लेना मुड्रिक को, अल्टीमेटली यही होगा. आर्सेनल टू चेल्सी एंड देन बारसा टू चेल्सी टू बारसा, यही होगा टाइमलाइन हमारा. One time Arsenal went extreme money signing was Pepe and it went down the drain. Arsenal should be smart and they are. Huh, that's the thing by Sick Gaming. We need to be smart. That's pretty much it. On the twerking part, but is he actually worth that? No, man. He's just played 30 games. This is less than a Premier League season. Can you pay 88 million for a player who's played 30 games in the Premier League? I'd still make an argument you can for that player because he's played in the Premier League. So you know what you expect from him. Balogun is back at Colney to nurse his injury, but maybe he stays. I don't think he'll stay. I think Balogun ko we let him play in the French league so that we can cash in on him. I think it's time to start selling some youth players also. यार Balogun को हम अगर 15-20 मिलियन में offload कर दें तो ये. कल आर्टेटा का नटराज रूप मैंने पहली बार देखा. अब बस एक बार टेन हाग का गुस्सा देखना है. टेन हाग का गुस्सा भी लेजेंडरी है भाई, सारे डच लोगों का होता है. इनफैक्ट मेरा प्लान था भाई आज टू मेक अ वीडियो ऑन एंड डिस्कस अबाउट ये जो आर्सेनल एंड आर्टेटा की जो इमोशनैलिटी है, जो पैशन जो हम कहते हैं आर्टेटा दिखाता है, इज इट रियली गुड और बैड? बिकॉज आई हैव कन्फ्लिक्टिंग व्यूज ऑन दिस यार. आई थिंक आर्टेटा लूजेस हिज हेड अ लिटिल बिट टू मच एंड इट रिमाइंड्स मी ऑफ द फैक्ट. देखो, एक चीज होती है ही इज इंस्टिल्ड दिस अस वर्सेस देम मेंटालिटी व्हिच इज फेयर इनफ. आई थिंक इट्स अ ह्यूज मोटिवेटर व्हेन इट कम्स टू आर्सेनल. बट जब आर्टेटा लूजेस हिज हेड ना, ही समटाइम्स मेक द वर्स्ट डिसीजंस. यूनाइटेड के अगेंस्ट हमने देखा था जब हमने इक्वलाइज कर लिया था साका के थ्रू, ही लॉस्ट हिज हेड. जब क्लॉप के अगेंस्ट ही लॉस्ट हिज हेड, लिवरपूल फैंस को वो फ्यूल मिल गया था कि वो गेम को हमसे दूर ले जाएं. एंड आई थिंक आर्टेटा की नाइविटी इन कोचिंग इन सच सिनारियोज में दिखती है, वेयर इंस्टेड ऑफ बीइंग काम, he gets a little emotional and he loses his head. And ये सारी चीज I think it transmits to the player as well. I think this is one of the most underseen aspects of Arteta's managerial career, that his emotional outbursts can transmit to the players and we can lose our heads and do stupid things. I think we were a little lucky that players have Odegaard and Xhaka to keep, and it's very surprising to say that Xhaka keeps other people calm. बट हमारा एक यंग स्क्वाड है एंड यंग पीपल टेंड टू बी इमोशनली हॉट ब्लडेड. अब डार्विन नूनेस को ही देख लो, उसने वो हेडबट मारा तो उसको रेड कार्ड मिल गया था. लास्ट गेम अगेंस्ट ब्रेंटफोर्ड पे भी उसको येलो कार्ड मिल गया था फालतू का. गैब्रियल को फालतू के येलो कार्ड्स मिल जाते हैं. हमारे काफ़ी प्लेयर्स को इमोशनल होकर येलो कार्ड्स मिल जाते हैं. आई थिंक वी नीड टू कीप आवर अटेटा नीड्स, देखो पैशन इज ग्रेट एंड इफ यू हैव दिस अस वर्सेस देम मेंटालिटी इट्स ग्रेट, बट आई थिंक आर्टेटा ऑल्सो नीड्स टू कीप हिज इमोशंस अंडर इन चेक, बिकॉज हमारी यंग टीम है, वो मैनेजर को इतना फायर्ड अप देख के कुछ भी कर सकती है. At this point, guys, again, shamelessly, I'll ask you, please like the stream if you haven't. I see a lot of new people here. I see some regulars here as well. But अगर आप नए हैं, अगर आपने like नहीं की है वीडियो स्ट्रीम को, तो प्लीज़ लाइक करो. We're talking about Mudryk's deal and about how Arsenal should walk away. Arsenal should go for Marcus Thuram. He'll cost less. He is good physical. He's good physically. Has a lot of pace and can give the work rate for Martinelli and Saka. I think Mudryk कह रहा हूँ. I think Thuram will be the same as what Joel Linton was for Newcastle yesterday, with a little more attacking intent. Thuram is good. I just don't know if we have scouted him for that profile. That is it. We want a young player who is very fast. Thuram is great physically as well, and he's decently fast. It's just a question of does he fit into our exact mold of a left winger that we want. I think he can play striker as well, right? भाई गुस्सा ना आए, आई होप. नहीं अरे यार प्लीज, अगर कोई गुस्सा हो रहा है, लड़ रहा है, मत लड़ो. What position does Arsenal need and what position? Mudryk can primarily plays left wing. He is a right-footed left winger, but he can also play right a little less, and वो striker भी खेल सकता है in the future. That's what. PL Ars. I think if you mean that Arsenal will win the Premier League, then great. He scored 11 goals assists. Why only 15-20 million? Jonathan David was touted for being 50 million. गुस्सा के चलते ही इज जस्ट लाइक पेप, एनिमेटेड एज फक. यस, नहीं होगा, चिंता की कोई बात नहीं. दक्ष भाई, सू सू परिहर सू एवीएस. अरे यार मयंक का क्या कमेंट था, मिस हो गया क्या? यू आर राइट. आई वुड रादर हैव अ पैशनेट मैन देन समबडी हु डजंट केयर. दैट्स ट्रू मैन. एक तो होता है कि वो है, बट यार आई जस्ट थिंक अराउंड यंग प्लेयर्स, नो, यू हैव टू कीप इट अ लिटिल बिट इन कंट्रोल. You don't want to transmit emotional decision making. देखो, Martin Odegaard is so good because he is calm under pressure and he makes the smart decision. He's a very smart player, and that is what I want all of our young players to be. I remember Kevin Keegan had a similar meltdown and lost the title to United despite having a massive lead in the 90s. This meltdown also had an effect against our games, and Liverpool can also have. देखो, Arteta fights a lot. I don't mind him running around the technical area a lot, but fighting with managers is becoming a very common habit, which, to be honest, even if it doesn't translate into bad results, it can leave a sour taste in the mouth of referees, and that can affect our officiating a lot. हमें वैसे ही officiating इतनी बेकार मिलती है Premier League में. We really don't want Arsenal to win the Premier League, FA Cup to City, and Carabao to United. Let's see, man. Let's see. I think Carabao to City is for sure. FA Cup, I don't know who's going to win the FA Cup. I never heard of him before Arsenal got linked to him. Mikel Mudryk. Some will say that yes, but Mikel Mudryk, I think, has been on a lot of radars. I'd say for at least. एक्चुअली हाँ, उसने ना शाख्तर के लिए भी ज़्यादा नहीं खेले. उसके इससे पहले वो क्या डोनेट्स्क के डिनीप्रो के लिए खेलता था, मुझे याद नहीं. आर्सेनल विल रीच 100 पॉइंट्स एंड सिटी विल नॉट कैच. ये पेप की माइंड गेम्स होती हैं यार. दिस इज पेप की माइंड गेम्स. यू डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट हिम. एंड जो आर्टेटा की इमोशनैलिटी पे बात कर रहा था, पेप से याद है, पेप इज ऑल्सो इमोशनल लाइक दिस. अभी लीड्स वाले गेम में उसने लात मार दी थी ना बॉटल को, एंड इट हिट वन ऑफ द पर्सन ऑन द लीड्स बेंच. पेप भी इतना इमोशनल होता है, आर्टेटा भी इतना इमोशनल होता है, बट पेप ने इतने साल मैनेज कर लिया दैट ही हैज अ बेटर कंट्रोल ओवर हिज. You all remember that meme, right? In front of Klopp, Pep was like, twice, twice, twice. तो भाई ये सारी इमोशनैलिटी आई थिंक आर्टेटा ने पेप से ही लिया है. नहीं यार, ये आप गलत बोल रहे हो. एंड आई थिंक डार्विन न्यूनेस हम सबको, एटलीस्ट आई तो ट्रस्ट हिम, बट एवरीवन मेकिंग फन ऑफ हिम, डार्विन न्यूनेस आप सबको दिखा देगा. What brought back passion in that, what brought passion into the Arsenal. Now देखो, again, there is passion and there is a little bit of emotional instability, and that is what I don't want. Win percentage after 25 games at club: Ten Hag, Thomas Tuchel, Guardiola, Arteta, Klopp, Antonio Conte. I think you can cherry pick this however you want, man. I think I never trust these stats because no matter how you do it, you can always paint your manager in a good light or a bad light. I remember last season, पहले एक स्टैट दिखता था कॉन्टे कितना अच्छा है, फिर एक स्टैट दिखता था कॉन्टे कितना खराब है. सेम विद ऑली फॉर दैट मैटर. तो यार पता नहीं, वी कैन गो फॉर कोलोमुआनी. सब कह रहे हैं कोलोमुआनी. देखते हैं यार. Arteta should keep his composure because he's doing well so far. I just think we are very emotional about where we are and we just want the best for our. He wants the best for our club, but it's just that he gets a little frustrated when his plan doesn't work out. He practices obsessively over implementing a plan, and when that plan doesn't work out, he feels there is something wrong. मेरे को ये फीलिंग आता है कि उस he cannot accept the fact that his plan doesn't work in the moment. I think in the moment he gets a little too bhavuk, but post game he composes himself really well. अगर आप उसकी post match conference देखोगे, he did not say anything too controversial, and I think he was fine. Can learn from someone like Ancelotti in all situations. भाई Ancelotti इतने सालों तक मैनेजर रहा है ना, आर्टेटा को 4 साल हुए हैं. They're all calm all the way, and I think managers are different. You will have managers like Klopp, वो सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए फील्ड पे आ जाता, फिर करता है, और जब गोल खा लेता है तो हिलाए. So right, different managers operate in different ways. Now there is no right way or wrong way. Don't spam by ISO speed. I will read chats. Don't worry. Pepper started mind games in today's press con. He said we won't catch Arsenal on this form. This is Pep, man. All top managers do this. Which player do you want Arsenal to sign? At this point, I really don't know, man. So yes, I don't mind Mudryk, but for a lesser fees. I won't mind Joao Felix, but for a lesser fees. Um, if you have ideally, man, we just need a really, really good striker, man. Even at this point, Vlahovic won't be a bad option. क्या एक्टिंग है. So right, exactly. So कल मेरे को भी वही याद आ रहा था. Twice, twice, twice. Hey, what's the latest on Mudryk? Mudryk is they're asking for too much money. Gunners forever. Asking for 88 million pounds, which is 100 million euros in transfer fees. Doesn't make sense if you're highlighting the winning percentage. Yeah, man. So, छोड़ो यार. I don't go into these stats. I've seen so many stats which make Mikel Arteta look like the best manager around. I've seen so many stats which make him look the worst manager around. It depends on how you cherry pick. If you do points per game, then it's different. If you do winning percentage, it's different. If you do home games, then it's different. If you do points from losing positions, it's different. So you can always make your manager look good and bad. Number of goals conceded, your manager is 8th in the world. Number of goals scored, your manager is 1st in the world. तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो. तो ऐसे स्टार्ट पे मत जाया करो भाई. In national team, which team do you support? I support Brazil. What's the latest? हो गया है perfectionist. Yes, I think Arteta is a perfectionist. That is true. That is one word I will define. Use for him. Happens with every young manager. Yes, man. He's been in management for 4 years essentially. I know off topic, but any tips for new YouTubers in this genre? Bhai, I am myself a new YouTuber. All I would say is that I that learn from other people. There are various aspects to this. It's not just about sitting here and talking to other people. I was so camera shy in the beginning. Now I can speak for hours and hours with you guys. Um, Try to be a little professional. Don't be childish. I would say thoda sa maturity दिखाओ. देखो, if people are investing their time to look at you, give them content that they will value. Don't be a complete bakchod. Of course, some people just love bakchodi, which is fine. If that's your audience, that's your audience, and that's your genre, that's your genre. And be regular and understand the various aspects. I think I have the setup and the audio and the video quality down, but I need to work on thumbnails, so that's something I'm going to work on. But right now I'm focusing on consistency. और कुछ नहीं तो just start, man. Raghav, that's the first thing. Just start. You avoid and ignore the numbers that look, but you try your best to grow. For what I mean is, अगर मेरी किसी वीडियो पे सिर्फ 100 व्यूज आए हैं आफ्टर 2 दिन, ठीक है, डोंट केयर, मेक द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. ठीक है. इफ यू get 1,000 views on one video, don't let it get to your head कि अब मैं एक हफ्ते बाद ये वीडियो बनाऊंगा. Make the next video. Just start, man. That's all I have to say. uh which player do I want to sign? Okay, let me answer this question. Ideally, I would want Declan Rice or Caicedo, one of uh, either Mudryk और Napoli का वो क्विच का क्या नाम है यार, क्विचा क्वाचे केलिया, that guy. And I would want a center back. No, I wouldn't want a cover for Saka. So somebody who can play very well in the right wing. Ideally, Rafinha. The Marshal is in the chat. Ha, bhai. Mohak bhai is in the chat. Ancelotti gives me thug life. Bhai, the man has won everything. He doesn't have anything to prove, which is why he's come all the time. City will drop points versus Chelsea. I don't think so. I think they'll beat both Chelsea and United. Scaloni is also a chat. Scaloni, भाई आप अगर आप स्कलोनी की अपॉइंटमेंट देखोगे ना, अब सब उसको चैट चैट कह रहे हैं. द डे ही लॉस्ट टू पैराग्वे, आई रिमेंबर इन अ फ्रेंडली, इतनी गालियां पड़ी थी, मेरे को याद है. मैंने सोचा था ये तो लास्ट नहीं करेगा. Gunners forever. One more spam and I'm blocking you, dude. I am getting to everyone's comments. It will take time, but if you're 71 of you, अगर आपसे 8-9 लोग होते तो जल्दी जल्दी होते रहते कमेंट्स, बट मैं सबको इक्वल टाइम देने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. United should go for Mukoku. Don't know. I haven't watched him play too much. Thank you so much by Red Devil Jat. Barca move. Only 6 likes left. Guys, if you haven't liked the video, like kar do. Ek button hi hai. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps my channel grow a little more. Stats can fulfill your perception regarding individuals, but eye test भी जरूरी है. हाँ भाई, क्या आइडेंटिटी है देखना पड़ेगा. अभी ग्राहम पॉटर के लिए सारे statistics are not favorable, but if he ends up building an identity for Chelsea in the next 6 months, then fair enough, man. Pendu 10. अरे यार ये पेंडू शेंडू मत करो यार. Stats, I don't believe. Sometimes 3xg no goal Belgium versus Croatia. Step by step process है Daksh. You're doing great. Keep growing. Thanks so much by Mohak. It means a lot coming from you. I have a feeling that City will drop points. नहीं होगा, हम कर चुके हैं. मेरा जेई होने दो, मैं thumbnails बना के दे दूंगा. Thanks so much Renisu. But you study for your JEE, man, and do study for beyond as well. Arey, no problem bhai Raghav, no problem at all. Arteta will be a top manager in the future. All these experiences are building up. I think वही है यार. जब हम top 4 हमने lose कर दिया था, I think that was an experience for us to be a little mentally strong in games we should have lost, like Leeds this season, like Liverpool this season we should have drawn. Like Newcastle, dude. I think some people are sort of also underestimating the fact that Newcastle could have scored a goal yesterday as well. And we effectively shut Newcastle down. They had one big chance with Joe Linton and one Chris Wood chance, a shot on target by Callum Wilson. But that's pretty much it. That shot on target was outside the box. Chris Wood did not take that 1v1, and I think it was offside. That's what a lot of people were saying yesterday. It was just that Joe Linton wala thing, which was the only big chance we conceded. On the other end, we had Nketiah, we had Shaka, who did not do his anything. That उसने chance नहीं लिया था. And I think that Nketiah chance was the biggest chance we had. लिया. That's his name. फ्री में आ गया अगले साल. LM10 मेरी शक्ल अच्छी होती तो 100 के होते. आपकी शक्ल बहुत बढ़िया है भाई, किसी को और बोलने ऐसे मत देना. Not for United. United always has to pay more for these clubs, and you're talking about Dortmund. Don't forget Sancho transfer. I'll tell you about what United की transfer policy के issues क्या हैं. यूनाइटेड पहले प्राइस देखती है, बोलती है हम इतने पैसे नहीं देंगे. फेयर इनफ, दैट्स गुड, दैट्स गुड. देन दे लूज अ कपल ऑफ गेम्स, फैंस प्रेशर डाल देते हैं, बोलते हैं ग्लेजर्स आउट 2 गेम्स कंसेक्यूटिवली. यूनाइटेड बोलते हैं चलो पैसे दे दो. सो दे वेस्ट 2-3 weeks, pay the same amount of money, and then clubs realize if United get desperate, we can fleece them. Essentially, that's what's happening. That's what we don't want us to happen. If we walked away from Aouar, we should walk away from Mudryk also, bhai. Not worth it. Okay. He is young, lower, only wants Barca move. देखते हैं यार. Kvaratskhelia है, Kvaratskhelia. अच्छा ठीक है. Oh yeah, it's actually Kvaratskhelia, right? Right. उसने बताया था अपनी एक Instagram वीडियो पे. Arey bhai, thank you so much, LM10. You've been a constant rallying point for everyone to like the video. You're a great guy. You're a great, great guy. Um, somehow gets Kvicha. Then are you willing to let Mudryk go? I am willing to let Mudryk go right now, man. Nobody should be spending 100 million euros on a 30 appearance player. No chance. बंदे ने ना वर्ल्ड कप में परफॉर्म करा है, मतलब वर्ल्ड कप गया नहीं है वो. ही इज एन इंटरनेशनल फॉर यूक्रेन. ही इज ओनली प्लेड 30 games for Shakhtar. um, Fine, he scored a lot of goals and he's played in the Champions League. He's good, but he's not 88 million good. United is acing right now, yes. Um, True, but they have a couple of difficult games. That's going to be there. Once Europe starts, then the squad starts getting stretched a little more. That will be a real test. But like you said, bhai, United are doing really well, Keshav. Um, क्योंकि प्राइस इतना हाइक कर दिया था, राइट. आई गेट योर पॉइंट शुभ. Man United should be the last one to speak about. अरे छोड़ो यार. Arteta is a prodigy as a manager. Getting Arsenal as his first job is really huge, and a lot of managers don't actually live up to the expectations of being a young, good manager. Very few actually do it. Don't expose United's policy for signing players, भाई. क्या ही बताएं. 1.4 के लिए कॉन्गो. अच्छा हो गए भाई 1.4. थैंक यू सो मच यार. मैंने देखा नहीं था, आज सुबह चेक किया था तो 1380 थे. 1.4 हो गए तो बहुत ही बढ़िया है. Better than seeing rivals winning 14 UCL. Guys, let's just keep the pedantics out of it, man. um Hang the Glazers is a little too extreme for me, but yes, Glazers out. Learned under Pep and Eddie Howe, learned under Diego Simeone for the 1 year. Haan bhai, this was something that I remembered and read later on, that Eddie Howe realized that it's not always about playing beautiful, expansive football, which is why he went to Atletico and enhanced the defensive side of his game. And that is what you saw. Eddie Howe, let me make one thing very clear. Eddie Howe loves playing beautiful football. उसने बॉर्नमथ में बहुत बार कोशिश करी थी, उसकी लग जाती थी. लिवरपूल आके ठोक देती थी उनको, और क्लब्स आके ठोक देते थे. दैट्स व्हाई ही गॉट सैक्ड. नाउ ही इज अंडरस्टूड कि भाई, व्हेन यू आर फेसिंग अ बेटर टीम, you have to play ugly football, you have to time waste, you have to make the game stop a lot of times. Yesterday was the 18th shortest game in the Premier League this season. इसका मतलब 17 और भी गेम्स इससे शॉर्ट रही हैं. मैंने आज पढ़ा था, बिकॉज न्यू कासल हैव प्लेड 17 games before, this was the 18th shortest. खैर जो भी है, the point is, when you are in a process and in a very different place in a process against a better team, and I can tell you this from personal experience भाई, हम जब आर्टेटा के साथ स्टार्ट करे थे, डू यू रिमेंबर हम कैसे खेल रहे थे अगेंस्ट चेल्सी एंड मैन सिटी इन द एफए कप? हमारे पास 3 एट द बैक था. हम टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते थे. वी ओनली यूज टू अब्सॉर्ब एंड प्ले काउंटर अटैकिंग फुटबॉल. दैट इज इट. सो इट इज व्हाट इट इज, मैन. भाई, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू इंडल्ज ऑल दिस बैंटर एंड एवरीथिंग. वो आप अपने आप निकालिए. मैं बस कह रहा हूँ, आप चैट को फालतू में पॉपुलेट कर रहे हैं, और मैं इट्स गोना टेक मी लॉन्गर टू गेट टू अदर पीपल. डेम्बेले के लिए दे देना चाहिए 70 million नेक्स्ट सीजन. हम दे देंगे. I would, if any club should go for any player for Barca, I think it should be Rafinha. It'll be very funny if they actually end up selling Rafinha. यार वही है ना. This is what they feel they're investing for the next 7 years, not 6 years. If they do a 5 year plus 2 year deal, 7 साल के लिए आपने एंजो को effectively रख लिया ना अपने पास. I don't care who wins, but City नहीं जीतनी चाहिए. हाँ यार, that's it. That's it. That's literally all. I don't want City to win the league. Arsenal जीतनी चाहिए. Arsenal जीतनी चाहिए. Why no one is talking about what we need Partey back? That's what I said. If you are willing to burn 62 million, Nirman, Arsenal should actually spend 50 million on Caicedo and use the 15-16 million मतलब 12 million बचेंगे, उसमें 3-4 million और जोड़ के you get freaking Joao Felix. खत्म करो फिर. um, I know you want Arsenal to win, but let's say not us, then who do you want? Then City only, man. Or Newcastle would be nice, but I think Arsenal fans के अंदर ना एक थोड़ी सी चिढ़ मच रही है न्यूकासल को लेके. But I think that's a little unfair. I think that's a case of sour grapes. I think it's a case of entitlement from Arsenal fans, where they're feeling ki bhai, how can Newcastle not roll over and let us win? Newcastle will play in a way which they want, which will guarantee them a win or at least a point. Why will they play a way जहाँ पे you know हमें एडवांटेज मिले? अगर अगर न्यूकासल यूनाइटेड प्लेड द वे ब्राइटन प्लेड अगेंस्ट अस, हम 4 गोल पेल देते उनके अगेंस्ट. इफ दे प्लेड द वे वेस्ट हैम प्लेड अगेंस्ट अस, हम 3 गोल पेल देते उनके अगेंस्ट. दे प्लेड इन अ वे which neutralized Arsenal's game plan. Simple as that. So expecting कि भाई Newcastle is playing terrorist football, Newcastle is playing haram ball, fuck Newcastle, I hate Newcastle, these oil money clubs. नहीं, you are not entitled to a victory because you play in a beautiful football way जो आपके हिसाब से है. Newcastle का game plan था. Now it is our responsibility to break them down. You can't be like we are entitled to a victory. Simple as that. Um, I can't lie. Part of our fan base is getting carried away a little bit. It's true, man, Renisu. But it's also because we know what is at stake, and I think for so many fans we haven't been in a title fight for so long. It's getting a little emotional for us. Um, I have a thought of Van Bissaka at Barca. I think would be a beauty move. I would request you not to go for Van Bissaka. I can be honest about this. Your thoughts on Arsenal's doubling game week? How many points from there? To be honest, man, MZ, I haven't given a shit about FPL. In fact, now I'm the only time I'm going to check FPL. मैंने सारे न्यू कासल प्लेयर्स को बेंच पे डाल दिए थे बिकॉज आई नेवर बेट अगेंस्ट माई टीम. मुझसे होता नहीं है. देखते हैं मेरे FPL का क्या सीन था इस बार. In this week's FPL, I have till now 33 points. And I still have De Bruyne and Haaland to play. मेरे बेंच पे 14, 16, 19 मैंने डेविड राया को बेंच पे रखा था. केरन ट्रिपियर, एल्मिरॉन और फेबियन शार, इनको मैंने बेंच पे रखा था. बट अब मैं न्यूकासल के तीनों प्लेयर्स को रखूंगा वापस बिकॉज न्यूकासल है वेरी विनेबल फिक्चर्स आगे जाके. ब्रोकेलोना ये सब छोड़ो यार, क्या है. इज देयर अ चांस आर्सेनल में स्लिप ऑफ फ्रॉम टॉप 4? नहीं यार, डोंट बी वरीड. देखो, वरी तब करो when you are dropping points to Southampton and then Everton and then Bournemouth and then Nottingham Forest, then you worry. That is actual worry. आप best defense in the league के against score नहीं कर पा रहे हो, that is not a sign for worrying. Why not sign Thuram? Because I don't know if you scouted Thuram. Bissaka for Kessiel, since you love FDJ a lot. किसको बैन करने की बात कर रहे हो भाई तुम? एमजी को बैन करने की बात कर. नहीं नहीं, ही इज अ रेगुलर एंड प्लीज लेट्स जस्ट नॉट बी स्टूपिड. बट मैं आप दोनों को टाइम आउट पे डाल दूंगा इफ यू गाइस, अगर आप दोनों ऐसी बकवास बातें करते रहोगे. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, नहीं नहीं, बैन मत करो. LM10 MZM टेलिंग यू गाइस, ये फालतू के स्पैमिंग छोड़ दो. ब्रोकेलोना और ये सब और वो सब आप लोगों को टाइम आउट पे डाल दूंगा मैं. रेनिसू, इफ दे कीप चैटिंग शिट ना, किसको बैन करने की बात हो रही है? RDK की बात कर रहा हूँ. अरे यार, कौन है RDK? भाई RDK, लेट्स नॉट डू दिस प्लीज. आपको टाइम आउट पे डालना पड़ जाएगा मुझे. आई रियली डोंट लाइक टू डू इट. MZ इज अ गुड गाय, गुड गुड गुड. But please, no, none of this Brokelona, Pendu Shendu stuff. We're here for a nice time. I'm giving my time. I don't want to get into this Brokelona bullshit. Um, it is what it is. Okay. और कुछ बात करनी है मुड्रिक के बारे में. I think I've spoken as much as I can. I've spoken about why don't I start a super chat or membership, Raghav? Because my channel is not monetized yet. I need a minimum of 4,000 watch hours. I am a quarter of the way there, so there is still a long way to go. Abhi tak, the only way I can earn money is if I ask you to PayPal me or UPI me, which I don't want to do. आएगा यार, मेहनत करके मोनेटाइज करेंगे तभी तो लोग इसमें पैसे देंगे अच्छे से यार. हाँ यार, ऑफ कोर्स ऑफ कोर्स. ओडेगार्ड की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में बायबैक नहीं है. फैब्रिजियो कंफर्म देयर इज नो बायबैक. इट इज अ स्ट्रेट सेल. देयर इज नो बायबैक, नो सेल ऑन, नो नथिंग. Man City hasn't won a single match against last year's top 4. यार, you can't hold stats against Man City, to be honest. Man City का सीन यही रहेगा हमेशा. They can always pull off victories against teams they should be losing to and winning to, but they can also drop points. They've not been perfect, let's be honest. This is probably the most vulnerable City have looked. And देखो, ये जो अभी किसी ने पूछा था मुझसे, कैन आर्सेनल, आई थिंक राघव ने पूछा था कि कैन वी मूव आउट ऑफ टॉप. और हाँ, राघव का ही था. आई डोंट थिंक सो. हम अभी भी 8 पॉइंट ऊपर हैं यार, एंड दैट्स बेटर देन एनी अदर पोजीशन वी कैन गो फॉर. 8 पॉइंट्स अबव द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट टीम इन द लीग. चलो, हमने एक गेम ज्यादा खेली है, वो 8 का आज 5 भी हो सकता है कल. बट यार, जनवरी आ गया है, सीजन मई तक चलेगा. अगर कोई मुझे बोल दे, देखो, if somebody gives your team an 8 point lead at the start of the season, will you not take it? 0 games played, you're playing with plus 8 points, everyone is on 0. You will take it. आर्सेनल के लिए तो और भी बेटर है बिकॉज हम मिडवे पॉइंट ऑफ द सीजन पे 8 पॉइंट्स के साथ आगे हैं. My prediction for Manchester Derby, I think City will demolish United. Um, Bissaka is good in attacking, better with Kunde. Araujo, Christensen at CB. I think, yeah, it's. I am not getting into it. RM wants to buy back, but he denies it. What will happen? नहीं. Buyback का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि player has to agree. Although it depends on how the contract is made. So, for example, अगर एक option to buy होता है, let's say जैसे कुलुसेस्की का है. When Kulusevski agrees to a loan with Tottenham with an option to buy, he also signs on to the contract that I will not say no when they want to make this deal permanent. Buyback clauses are really different. Sometimes buyback clauses में you can put कि आप refuse कर सकते हो in case some other club comes, or it can be that if your home club comes calling, then you have to go back. Would we sign Rafael Leao? He's apparently signing a new contract, yeah. He's trying to hold his love for one Misaka. Yeah. ऐसे मत बोलो दक्ष भैया डिमोलिश बोल दो कि यूनाइटेड विल गेट अ हार्ड फॉट विन. देखो, nothing will make me happy if United shithouse a 1-0 win against City. Trust me, nothing will make me happier than that. Logically, I'm talking about. United is a great team. I think they're at least the 4th or 5th best team in the league. At least. Could be the 3rd or 2nd best also. On form could be the best team also. But I think, mere liye, right now, United are the 4th or 5th best team, and there are at least 4 teams in the league who are better than them on paper. ऑन द डे ऑफ द मैच कुछ भी हो सकता है. जैसे एवर्टन ने सिटी को ड्रॉ कर दिया था, यूनाइटेड भी कर सकती है, यूनाइटेड हरा भी सकती है. आई जस्ट थिंक सिटी के पास इतनी फायर पावर और इतने ऑप्शंस है, दे कैन इम्प्लीमेंट 2 ग्रेट गेम प्लान्स इन अ गेम एंड बीट यूनाइटेड अगर फर्स्ट गेम प्लान नहीं चले. क्रिस्टनसन एंड लीचा स्वैप डील अमेजिंग भाई. To be fair, City is average. KDB and Haaland have masked the frailties. We need wider players to perform. Season in 18-19, we were 7 points behind Liverpool. They had 3 draws in one hand to head at Etihad. Manav, yeah, City is frail. If you say we need wider players to perform, if you're talking about Liverpool, because I've seen you on Manas and Nidhi's channel also, Manav. Then yes, if you're talking about City, yeah, you need wider players, but that's the thing. I think you've sold too many good players who are very crucial. Like Sterling, एंड दूसरे साइड पे कौन था आपका, जेसूस कभी कभी विंग खेल लेता था. सो आई थिंक आपने वाइट प्लेयर्स सैक्रिफाइस कर दिए ताकि आपका अटैक ज़्यादा हो. बट यू सी ग्रीलिश ऑल्सो इज कमिंग इन टू फॉर्म, गेव टू असिस्ट एंड एवरीथिंग. फैब्रिगस का भी बाय बैक क्लॉज ना. हाँ, फैब्रिगस हैड अ बाय बैक क्लॉज बट वी जस्ट डिडंट वांट हिम. फर्स्ट रिफ्यूजल, यस. ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड केस, we will win. Let's not get carried away, guys. I love United. You guys know I love United, but I just think they're too good, man. City is really really good. um राहो वापस कब आ रहा है वैसे मेरे को नहीं पता. एनएलडी तक कोई प्लेयर लेके आके आ जाए आर्सेनल. लेट्स सी मैन, आई होप सो. देखो यार, हमारे लिए एक ही चीज है, हमें एक सेकंड प्लान चाहिए. वी नीड प्लेयर्स हु कैन कम ऑफ द बेंच एंड अफेक्ट द गेम. Smith Rowe will be there, so that's one good positive. But we need another attacker, to be honest, guys. Hey, Dushyant's in the chat, bhai. If Chelsea want to spend about 70, more than welcome. And that's what I said, bhai. They can spend it and they can gloat about हमने तो Arsenal का deal hijack कर लिया. It's a stupid purchase, I think. But it's Chelsea, so what am I to say? Arsenal, Newcastle, MUFC have been better than us. I'm a Man City fan. Selling Zinni and Gabi is biting, to be honest. Sergio Gomez and Grealish haven't been convincing. I think it takes time, man. But I think you've sold a few quality players, but I think that's also how City operates, right? You don't get in the way of players who want to leave your club. And I think that's what makes other players join your club as well, because they realize that हमने एक बार project में part ले लिया, maybe once we're done with the project and once we feel we achieved enough, City will not stand in our way. They'll let us actually go. Gabby Jesus की बड़ी याद आ रही है. That's true, man. Yesterday he would have been so helpful for us. Arsenal, Newcastle, MU, हाँ ये हो गया है. शॉ कल बढ़िया खेला, 15 पॉइंट्स एफ में. शॉ हैज बीन रियली गुड, मैन. शॉ हैज बीन रियली गुड. बोली इज ऑल अबाउट शो ऑफ एंड नो प्लान. यार देखो दुष्यंत, द रीजन आई I hesitate to say no plan, right? Do you remember Gary Neville saying this about us? Maybe there is a plan, but as rival fans, we just don't see it. Maybe there is a plan. So I hesitate in saying ki there is no plan. Maybe there is no plan. Maybe there is a plan. But I would not accuse any other team of not having a plan. These are, of course, at the end of the day, professional clubs run by professional staffs and competent people. So maybe there's a thing like Gary Neville did not see a plan when we bought Ben White and everything and all these guys. He's like, I don't see a plan. But maybe there is a plan, dude. Sometimes things just take time, and we might see Chelsea actually emerge in a couple of years. We have better project than United, as you have better chefs and better jacuzzi, says Akarshan. Arsenal has Arthur Melo जैसा कोई signing ना कर दे जैसे Liverpool ने किया. That was what we've already done our signing like that. By his name was Kim Kallstrom. बंदे ने एक अपीयरेंस मारी वो भी पेनल्टी शूट आउट में और पेनल्टी शूट आउट करके चला गया वो. Do you think we would ever become like Man City where other teams would fear our playing 11 and depth? No, I don't think we'll ever become like Man City. Our first 11 can match Man City in quality. Our depth can never be like Man City because we don't have the money, man. देखो, when they were playing against Everton, bench से कौन आया था? They brought Phil fucking Foden. Imagine you had depth where you are playing a starting 11 of आपका कोई अच्छा सा प्लेयर है दोनों एक राइट विंग पे या लेफ्ट विंग पे एंड आप बेंच से साका को ला रहे हो. ऐसी डेप्थ होना तो भाई जेलस जेलस हो जाऊंगा मैं. तो वही है यार, सिटी जैसी डेप्थ हमारी कभी नहीं होगी. अल्कोहल ज़्यादा चढ़ गई हैं, कैसे उतारे इमीडिएटली? देयर इज नो विजन, देयर इज नो पैशन, देयर इज नो विजन, देयर इज नो पैशन, देयर इज नो नथिंग. शाटा शाटा कहता है ना वो. खैर, किल्म कामस्ट्रॉन आर्थर मेलो गैरी नेल तो चूतिया है. दैट इज ट्रू, गैरी नेल तो चूतिया है. सिटी विल बीट अस 8-0. आई थिंक वी आर नोवेयर नियर देम. Maybe after some. नहीं नहीं, 8-0 is a little too much. But I think it's going to be like a very comfortable 3-0 win for City. जैसे वो करते हैं ना, where City scores goals and then उसके बाद they just play around like it's a training game. I think that's what's going to happen. Go to police station, it'll help much. MUFC stand a chance in title race? I think it's little too premature to talk about title race. Gugu is similar kind of player like Havertz and then Enzo Fernandez. They have so many wingers already. Why do they want Mudryk? I think it's more about जो कहते हैं ना investment, diversifying your portfolio. If Nkunku doesn't work like Havertz, if Aubameyang is already falling away, then they want somebody like Mudryk who can come. So it's like diversifying your options. If one big money player doesn't work, you have another big money player who can come in and work. It's like having Pepe, and then Pepe ke baad we got Emi Bandia or somebody like that who can also play in that similar position. So that way is, by the way, forgetting Austin Trusty, he's doing good with Birmingham. Yes, good defender, good defender. Daksh Bhaiya, your way of dealing with comments is so smooth. I try my best, man. I try my best. Odegaard was supposed to be replacement for Modric, but things didn't work out. He was 16, made debut. I think the reason why Odegaard did not work out at Real Madrid was he did not feel a sense of stability. वो कहाँ गया था? SC Heverening गया था, Madrid. उसके बाद Sociedad में had a semblance of first team football, but उसके बाद आर्सेनल गया एंड उसके बाद वापस मैड्रिड, बट फिर से अनसर्टेनिटी इन देम. उसको जब देखा कि लंदन में आर्सेनल में उसको स्टेबिलिटी मिल रही है, दैट इज व्हाई वो इधर आके चिपक गया. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई इट्स वर्किंग आउट सो वेल. द गाय नीड्स स्टेबिलिटी. दैट्स व्हाट अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स नीड. Thoughts about 2 pens not given yesterday? I think the handball wasn't a pen by Dushyant. In hindsight, I think अगर हमारे अगेंस्ट ये पेनल्टी दे दी होती, जो मिल सकती है, आई वोंट बी सरप्राइज इफ नॉर्थ लंडन डार्बी में हम ऐसी ही पेनल्टी कंसीड करें. So I don't think the second one was a penalty. The first one definitely a penalty, but it's just our luck, man. I thought, मैंने अभी पहले स्ट्रीम में कहा, I thought कि Premier League refereeing cannot get worse, and then I saw Andy Madley. And just as our luck would have it, the second worst ref in the Premier League, Stuart Atwell, was on VAR. So fuck both of them. Hello Shantanu, how are you, man? बहुत पैसे हैं अपने पास, तुम भी अपनी बिड लगाओ, खरीद लेंगे तुम्हें भी. Do we need new owners? Maybe Arabs? No, I think we're fine. Your favorite to win Champions League this year? It's always going to be Madrid, dude. If your favorite is not Madrid, there is something wrong with you and you haven't watched the recent Champions Leagues. But I think, this is my prediction. I think Messi will play with itna less pressure, no? Now that he's won everything in football, you might see a very different type of Messi. Now, I hope it's the good type, not the bad type, but it is what it is. Yes, like करो, जल्दी जल्दी like करो. Boli also wanted Garnacho just after. Bhai, fuck Boli, man. Chelsea are just improving their CV. Trust me, my sources don't say no. No, Renisu is not a Chelsea fan, but he's a for Arsenal fan actually. Modric was also playing at such a level, couldn't have gotten much playing time. He's still playing so well, man. I don't think Odegaard अभी भी खेल रहा था मैड्रिड में. हाँ यार, हमने इस पे बात करी. समटाइम्स हिज अग्रेसिवनेस इज जस्ट इमोशनली ज़्यादा भावुक हो जाना. एंड आई थिंक एक यंग टीम के साथ ये डेंजर रहता है कि आपकी इमोशनल भावुकता एंड आपकी इमोशनल रेकलेसनेस कैन समटाइम्स ट्रांसमिट इनटू द प्लेयर्स एंड दे आल्सो गेट अ लिटिल रैटल्ड. देखो, हम आर्सन वेंगर की टीम्स के बारे में क्या कहते थे टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ आर्सन वेंगर्स रेन? टेक्निकली वेरी गिफ्टेड प्लेयर्स, बट जब कोई उनके साथ फाइट करता है, they start losing their heads. They don't like somebody when they start kicking them or become physical. Now, um, I don't think हमारे साथ अब ये प्रॉब्लम है कि हम फिजिकलिटी के साथ हैंडल नहीं कर सकते. बट आई स्टिल थिंक वी आर अ वेरी इमोशनल टीम एंड आई थिंक उसका स्टार्ट कम्स विद आर्टेटा ओनली. बट आई ऑल्सो थिंक इट्स ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट अगर आपने ऑल और नथिंग देखा हो आर्सेनल का, Arteta gets very invested into this us versus them mentality, which I think is a great motivator. I will prefer coming second to City than United winning the Premier League. I'll be very surprised if United win the Premier League, but crazier things have happened, man. If Leicester can win the league, anything can happen. Potter is an English manager, and no English manager ever won the PL. Rest my case, Mudryk. Maybe he becomes the first. You never know, man. City को हराने के लिए कल के लिए सिर्फ चेल्सी. I will be Chelsea all the way tomorrow. They are 10th. They're hardly a threat for us this season. And if they can take points off City, we end this weekend again 8 points clear of City. So it's by net we've gained 1 point. If Chelsea can even hold City to a draw, it's a huge W for us, man. Can Arsenal win Champions League in how many years? At least 8 years. Do you support gays? I don't think there's any problem being gay. If anyone's gay, more power to them. Society has conditioned us in a way that we are scared or don't understand. We're just scared of people who have a lifestyle that we don't understand. It's not limited to homosexuality. डिफरेंट लोगों के डिफरेंट लाइफस्टाइल्स होते हैं और हम बहुत दूर से उनको जज करते हैं. नहीं करना चाहिए. Fucked out Boli si Suran. Tomorrow, Aubameyang will show his support to former club by scoring against City. I am hoping for one front flip wala goal, bhai. Even if it's from a set piece, if it's a penalty, don't give a fuck. Just score and draw against City or win if you can. He finally came to Madrid after his loan spell. Zidane had already made up his mind on Valverde and sad timing didn't work, but I'm happy. I think most Real Madrid fans are happy seeing Odegaard work out, man. So nice to see. Um, PSG is my favorite, but Europa League is better than CL. Everyone knows. Uh, biggest club playing that. I know you don't want my opinion, but still sharing. I don't support LGBT. Fine. If you don't support it, that's okay. Just don't hate people. Don't judge people. Your support is your support. I don't know who X Hunter is. I think PSG is more favorite because Mbappe is more hungry to win this year, and PSG last chance. Mbappe was one. I think the second he wins the Champions League at PSG, he's going to leave PSG. LM time you spoke factors. I don't know what LM time. Oh yeah, Europa League is best. English managers are crap. We are 19 titles. Give some respect. 19 to what? Raj Singh, Raj. I mean, I don't know what time are you talking about. 19. United has 20, I think. So you're definitely not talking about 20. United. City versus United next week at Old Trafford will be interesting. I don't think it's going to be that interesting, bro. आयरलैंड में चाय नाश्ता कैसे मिलता है? जैसे हर जगह मिलता है. There's some good tea here as well. आपको इंडियन टी बनाने में भी कोई मर्द है. Being gay is disrespect to God. He made you something. Respect it, man. Whatever. Yeah, I am also a lesbian. So what? I love girls. Says SK. Um, time of match नहीं पता. Leao is my new target. He's renewing his contract with Milan, bro. So I don't think he's a target for anybody. But don't know if Milan. I think he's renewing his target. Daksh bhai, our first team needs some rest. Will you rest them? In the FA Cup, play them in the Premier League. Nahi, rest bhai. Now we don't have the luxury to spread our squad in multiple leagues. You play a completely changed 11 if you have to. Although unfortunately, I think Smith Rowe will start at left wing. I don't know who will start at striker. Haaland against Koulibaly. I'm okay with lesbians. Luka Modric and RMA should be favorite club. Just joined the stream. Good evening. Hi Aditya, man. Nice to see you joining again. 20 titles. Yes. Um, सोचा था उसके बारे में, बट मेसी बेटर. ये मैनचेस्टर डर्बी एंड नॉर्थ लंदन डर्बी हमेशा सेम गेम वीक पे क्यों होता है? हाँ, पिछला भी सेम गेम वीक था यार. यू राइट. माय न्यू टारगेट इज एम्बापे. माय न्यू टारगेट इज स्कारलेट योहानसन भाई. um, इंडियन चाय, अरे आप इंडियन चाय बना सकते हो. आपको इधर इतनी सारी इंडियन चाय पत्ती भी मिलती है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. दक्ष भाई प्लीज डू सच स्ट्रीम आफ्टर ईपीएल मैचेस. भाई टाइम नहीं है यार. अभी भी आप लोगों के साथ ये स्ट्रीम एंड करके आई विल स्टडी फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5-6 आवर्स. ऐसी लाइफ है यार, अभी तो ऐसी लाइफ है. Win FA and Europa, just the Prem, just the Prem. It's been too long since we won the Prem. I think Europe can wait. We need to win the Prem. This is the best season to win the Prem. If we don't win it this season, I don't know when we'll win it again. दिमाग से निकल गया. 20th you won with our player only भाई. हमारे कैप्टन के साथ ही तो जीते थे तुम. Napoli game style is better than City this year. Debatable, debatable. Um, can PSG win against Bayern? Yes. Bayern can also win against PSG. Anything can happen. It's 50-50 always. Either you win or you lose. I want Arsenal to win. हाँ यार, even I want Arsenal to win. You and I, we agree on this, man. इतनी पढ़ाई करके क्या फायदा? Feels bad, man. अरे यार, अगर मैं पढ़ाई नहीं करूंगा, they'll kick me out of the fucking course. That's the issue. What am I studying? I'm doing my PhD, bhai. I am doing my PhD in cybersecurity and warfare. So, do you get desi tapdi in Ireland with daily fights? No, but we do that at the pub. How excited are you to see Arsenal play in the Champions League? Very excited, man. I'm so excited to hear that Champions League music again for Arsenal. I still think going deep into the Champions League is still a dream for us. I'd rather win the Prem. I already told Willian he would win CL in 3 years. What was he cooking? I think we had a plan. Then we realized that plan is not going to work. But now he has a new plan. He said he has 5 phases, but we're ahead of our phase. So let's see how it goes, man. Kama 8 points is still. Haan bhai, Shaurya, it's true. We have 8 points. 8 points is a huge lead halfway into the season. Still a lot of football to play, but it is good. It's nice to see some positivity again, guys. Akarshan saying we're going to win the league. It's called pubs. Yes, the tapri is called pub. Daksh Bhaiya for here. Thank you, Daksh Bhaiya, for hearing our views. Lots of love. No problem. This is what this channel is about. We are a community, and I will tend to every comment before I end the stream. Like kar do, Londo. Yes, like kar do. Bro, if Man U and Liverpool get new owners next season, then Arsenal's top four hope season is gone. Um, you don't know, man. Some ownership transitions aren't easy. Of course, in the past, काफी सारे ownership transitions have been good. But yeah, you're right. It's going to be very difficult. So then they see Tapri more than pubs. It depends. Depends on how the pub is. Cybersecurity and warfare sounds like so mysterious. It is mysterious because it's not being talked about. World champion Leo Messi has won the IFFHS Best Player of the Year with the record margin of 260 points from third and I'm guessing you wanted is a second place Mbappe. Fair enough. Congratulations to Leo Messi. Another award for him. मुद्रिक का क्या हुआ भाई? मुद्रिक का खत्म हो गया है. मोर और लेस आई थिंक हम 88 मिलियन पाउंड्स नहीं देंगे क्योंकि बंदे ने सिर्फ 30 गेम खेली हैं. डिफेंसिव कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस बंदे के थोड़े सस्पेक्ट हैं. आप 100 मिलियन यूरोज नहीं दे सकते किसी प्लेयर के लिए जो इतना कम खेला है. नहीं, दिस इज फॉल्स फेक न्यूज. एसके ने फेक न्यूज दिया है. चैंपियंस लीग इज गोइंग टू बी फन अगेन. द चैंपियंस. How big of a support is there for Gunners in Ireland? Huge. But most of the supporters in Ireland are Liverpool and United supporters. Arsenal के बहुत कम है, Chelsea के हैं थोड़े बहुत. But most of the supporters are Liverpool or United. Yesterday match early indicates an attacker needed. I think now Gabriel Martinelli is a bit. You're right, Shaurya. He looked a bit gassed at the end of it, but हमारे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है. स्मिथ रो आगे, so that's good. But देखते हैं. चलो भाई बिप्रा पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो. Liverpool by ahead of 8 points in Jan. City went on to win the league, and that's what I'm saying. City can do it, and they're still my favorites to win the title, but they've looked more vulnerable than they've looked in the previous years. देखते हैं यार. 137 likes. Whoop whoop. Um, Arsenal indeed. फिर से Man U. अरे. Who has more fans, Chelsea or Arsenal? I'd say Chelsea. I've met more Chelsea fans for sure than Arsenal, but I have met a few Arsenal fans as well. There's a really good Arsenal pub here. So it is. The deeper you go into the PhD, do you feel like we need to stick to the basics? That depends, man. Sometimes your PhD is very specific and you have to look beyond the basics to understand things. Sometimes, if you just stick to the basics, the analysis becomes really lazy. So, for example, I went to a seminar where we were discussing the Russian Ukrainian war. And to a Western country, it doesn't make sense why India is still dealing with Russia. But that is a very lazy analysis, because on the face of it, democracies should be supporting democracies. But that's a very basic thing, right? Um, the basis of democracy is to support other democracies and to promote democracy, blah, blah, blah. But it is very nuanced why India deals with Russia, and that I had to explain in that seminar. um, काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें हैं, from military dependency to the China factor to Pakistan factor and all those things. History है, तो कभी कभी डीपर जाना ही बेटर होता है. बारसा यूनाइटेड आर्सेनल ट्रिपल थ्रेट मैच अभी यूरोपा लीग में देखते हैं क्या होता है. इन तीन में से एक टीम तो निकल रही है फॉर श्योर. द गोट मेसी. If you win the PL, imagine how many players are going to get linked within the summer. If you win the PL, भाई, नेक्स्ट ईयर जो हम प्लेयर साइन करेंगे विल बी टॉप 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 क्वालिटी. बताता हूँ. मैन्यू मीन्स रिकॉल. अरे अच्छा 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 अच्छा. कमेंट में लिखा था नॉट हिज फॉल्ट. कोई बात नहीं. इज आर्सेनल नहीं नहीं पागल हो यार, ये तो चेल्सी ने रैप अप कर ही लिया है. 88 मिलियन दे दिया तो शेमलेसली सेलिब्रेट करेंगे जनरेशन बुला के. That is the role of a fan भाई. If he spent 88 million on fucking Mudryk, um, खत्म करो भाई. Then you just start dancing and jumping and you say he's better than Anthony and he's better than Mbappe. थैंक यू सो मच रोहन, दैट मीन्स अ लॉट. फिलिक्स ही ले लो फिर तो. अरे यार देखते हैं यार क्या सीन है. फिलिक्स भी कौन सा चीप है यार. 6 महीने के लिए आप उसको इतने पैसे दे रहे हो, 5 महीने के लिए. Thanks for addressing my question about the basics. No problem, bhai Preetham. No problem. I slept after first half. What exactly happened for Arsenal? I think we had a few opportunities. Just that Newcastle played so well defensively that they neutralized our plan. And it's not their fault that they played in that way. It's our fault that we did not find a solution to break them down. डोंट टॉक अबाउट स्टडीज. उससे ब्रेक लेके यहाँ आया हूँ और ये सब क्या है. अरे यार सॉरी एलमटन, सॉरी. आई थिंक somebody had a question. I thought I should answer their questions, right? I'm being Shirish. I'm being Shirish. Scouser accent is much cooler than regular British accent. You don't know that? You don't know? Um, Pep Guardiola, if Arsenal are playing like this, अरे यार Pep के mind game छोड़ दो. Yesterday was a disappointment. It's disappointing because we won pretty much all the games, भाई. And अब समझ नहीं आ रहा. If you know, I mean, I'm happy that we have created an environment where a draw feels like a loss, but let's also be a little realistic, right? ऐसे हम अपना दिमाग नहीं खोल सकते. Sometimes a draw is a decent result, and it's not a draw against fucking Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth, right? It's a draw against the best defensive team in the league, so it's fine. How's the health journey going, Daksh? Bhai, I would say this. Okay, honestly, the health update is, um, my weight has not reduced a lot. It has reduced very little. The body fat percentage has reduced a lot. But the reason for all of this is that because of Christmas, because of New Year's, I went to a few parties, house parties, and all those things. Alcohol bahut tha, and yeah, beer is a fucking thing. I was thinking of making a video today on Arteta's aggression. My second idea was to make a video on an additional side challenge, like a fitness challenge plus, yeah, fitness challenge extra for myself, about staying sober for 30 days, not touching alcohol. Now, for the last 5 days, no, not 5 days, आज fourth है ना. हाँ, so since New Year's Day, 1st January से I have not touched alcohol, not touched any sugar for that matter, but alcohol तो definitely touch नहीं करी है. Um, and my plan is to go to the rest of January without drinking alcohol. It's going to be difficult because I'll be in London on the weekend of the North London Derby, and there is a possibility I might just end up drinking there in the Tollington bar. But let's see, dude. Let's see. Would love to have a stream where we only talk geopolitics if you ever have the time. I think we can do something like this in mid-season break. Geopolitics is what I studied my masters in. So I do have, of course, pretty much a lot of opinions on geopolitics. Of course, geopolitics is not straightforward. It's all very subjective. But it is what it is. But not a bad idea. There is also other challenges I'm taking. And if you guys, chalo, ek baat karte. Let's move away from football for a bit, okay? Um, yeah, हमने थोड़े sitters miss करे. Never have I heard a person say they wish they have an accent like Carragher. You don't know that? It's a Scouse accent. Scouses are really good. Yes, it is what it is, bhai. Uh, Partey was world class yesterday, but there's one aspect that is completely, he can't recover 40 yards of space by himself. Zinchenko was so good yesterday, man. Injuries have played a big role. It's also tiredness, Shaurya. It's also tiredness. Koi baat nahi. We are both on the same journey of weight loss, and it's not a journey which should end in a month. Um, it is a 6 month journey at least. At least मैंने कहा है. So there is plenty of time to recover. Have been working extra hard at the gym for the past 2 weeks so I can get smashed at a wedding. Good man. This is the actual fitness goals we should all aspire for. कितना वेट है आपका? मेरा वेट 93.5 था जब मैंने स्टार्ट करा था. अभी it's 92.1. We were able to dominate Newcastle yesterday, which no other team has. I won't say we dominated them. I think we shut them down very effectively. Vatsekelia to Arsenal, who says no? I think anybody who's a Napoli fan says no. The fuck, why studies? It's not studies, man. It's just talking about the world, but fair enough. We'll see, man. If you guys want, I'll post a link in the community tab, a poll. You guys can decide what a non-football life should be about. Fuck politics. Well, fuck politics. True. I am going to study. It would be better. Okay. For fuck's sake. Okay, there is one challenge which I'm planning to do, and I don't know आप में से कितने लोग करोगे, and I know काफ़ी लोगों को पढ़ाई पसंद नहीं है इधर. But for me personally, I am trying to get back into this. Um, I am trying to get back into the habit of reading, and I am planning to read at least 48 books this year. Huge challenge. मैं से तो मुश्किल से लास्ट ईयर 6 बुक्स खत्म हुई थी बिकॉज आई जस्ट लॉस्ट द हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग कैजुअल नॉन एकेडमिक बुक्स. बट इस बार ट्राई कर रहे हैं. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू इज वी कैन पिक अप अ बुक ऑल ऑफ अस टुगेदर एंड वी कैन ट्राई एंड फिनिश इट इन अ कपल ऑफ वीक्स. आई विल ट्राई एंड फिनिश इट इन 1 week. The book I'm reading right now is called 2001 A Space Odyssey. It's a science fiction book. It's a beautiful book. अगर आपने नहीं पढ़ी है तो आप पढ़ सकते हैं. Or you can pick any other book. If science fiction is not your cup of tea, pick up history if you like it. Pick up mythology if you like it. Pick up tech if you like it. Pick up business if you like it. Just pick a book and let's try and finish a book in a week. By I think exercise. I'm doing 3 things this year. Exercise, less alcohol. I don't think I'll be able to completely eliminate it. And reading more books. I think एक काफी बड़ा पार्ट है. किसको लाइक करना है? इस स्ट्रीम को लाइक करना है भाई. Yes, it's a great movie. That is why I want to read the book as well, भाई. I also want to start reading a lot of Stephen King. मैंने कुछ Stephen King movies देखी. जैसे कल मैंने 1408 देखी थी रात को. So I also want to start reading Stephen King books also. Bro, I'm a CA intermediate student, so I have studied 45 books every 6 months anyways. Academic books, I think यार आप किसी different तरीके से ही पढ़ते हो ना. Academic books में आपको याद रखना होता है. आप पढ़ते हो to recall, remember and just gather information. I think if you read casual books, it's just a story. Like for example, if you're interested in Norse mythology, I would say आप नील गाइमन गेमन जैसे भी आप बोलते हैं उनकी नॉर्स मिथोलॉजी पे एक बुक है वो पढ़िए. शॉर्ट स्टोरीज ही हैं, वेरी फन स्टोरीज, वेरी न्यू एंड रिलेटेबल, मतलब काफ़ी रिलेटेबल कैरेक्टर्स हैं. यू विल हैव योर थॉर्स एंड योर ओडिन्स, यू विल आल्सो हैव योर लोकीज एंड योर फेनरियर्स एंड सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स. हाँ भाई रेनिसू, स्टडी भाई. आई लव साइंस. दैट्स गुड मैन. टिंडर पर लाइक करना है अपने क्रश को. Regarding part, if you win the Premier League, then in the summer go all in for Declan Rice. I love Partey a lot, but Declan Rice will be a smooth transition. Slowly say goodbye to Mo Elneny. I think I would love Declan Rice as well. Which alcohol company do I like? Well, in Ireland, I love Guinness. Guinness is amazing here. What is my age? I am 28 years of age. Um, मैंने अभी गर्लफ्रेंड बनाया है भाई. कंग्रेचुलेशंस बैंग बैंग. बिग डब्ल्यूज टू बैंग बैंग भाई. कंग्रेचुलेशंस. आई होप यू हैव a very happy and successful relationship. Yesterday I watched Hate Story 3. What a movie. You hate maths, I hate maths. Hey man, Saransh, nice to see you here. किसी ने पूछा था, Ebin was here. Ebin was asking me, don't tell me it's off. It is off in everything but the official announcement, Ebin. They're asking for 88 million, which is we paid. So our offer was a total package of 62 million, which I think is anyway an overpay. But they're asking for 88 million, and now Chelsea are also there. So I don't think we won't pay 88 million for a player who's made 30 appearances. But enjoy your break, man, Eben. And if you haven't seen it, you can just see the first 20 minutes of the stream in some other time, and you'll catch up on pretty much what my points of view are. Uske baad to I've just kept answering questions and going through comments and repeating what I said earlier. Twitter or Insta ID got to follow for your ball knowledge. Okay, my Twitter and Insta ID is this, man. You can follow me here. Um, Looking forward to seeing Arsenal in the next UCL. Hala Madrid. I don't know what we'll do in the next UCL, but it'll be nice to be in the UCL at least. No, I don't know. It depends, man. देखो यूरोपा लीग भी काफ़ी अनप्रिडिक्टेबल होगा. क्या हमारा स्क्वाड कोप कर पाएगा? I don't know, man. When this traveling starts, no, it becomes really difficult. Started watching Premier League because of Ronaldo, and I am an Arsenal fan. That's very good, Ere. Arsenal's a great team to watch. We play great football. So yeah. सोहम says शादी कब करोगे? अभी है टाइम, बट हो जाएगी, हो जाएगी. 150 likes, OP, fucking amazing stream, but studied talks just ruined it. अरे यार, लाइफ में फुटबॉल नहीं चलते ना. आपने देखो पिछले एक महीने में कितनी सारे अपने फुटबॉल कर लिया है. आई लाइक टू टॉक अबाउट डिफरेंट थिंग्स नाउ. अनफॉर्चुनेटली अगर आपको पढ़ाई पसंद है तो ठीक है. आई लव स्टडिंग. Not studying like exam लिखो and everything. I just love reading because I feel I learn new things. Arsenal versus Madrid in the next UCL कट जाएगा हमारा भाई. On this day, in 2016, Zinedine Zidane became Real Madrid's manager, and the rest, as they say, is history. What Barcelona more prefer, La Liga or Europa? I think Barcelona would want La Liga, man. Although I won't be surprised if they want to win. But yeah, देखते हैं what ये तो हो चुका है. Ronaldo just रह गया था to sign for Arsenal. Otherwise, he had been an Arsenal icon. नहीं यार. ये देखो, I think मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ लाइफ में some players are destined to be at some clubs. Ronaldo was destined to be at United. Ronaldinho was destined to be at Barca. Messi was destined to be at Barca. Martinelli was destined to be at Arsenal. उसने इतनी जगह ट्रायल्स दिया फिर भी आर्सेनल में ही आया वो. And it is what it is, भाई. भाई मेरे को भी आदत लगा लो पढ़ने के लिए. मेरा नीट का सिलेक्शन नहीं हो रहा. अगर आपको स्टडी प्लान चाहिए तो वो तो आपके प्रोफेसर ही दे पाएंगे. इफ़ यू वांट मोटिवेशन, आई टेल यू वन थिंग. As somebody who struggled to clear entrances in a lot of times, I can tell you it's not nice to see other people clear it and go ahead in life. वो आपके चाहे दोस्त हों चाहे कोई हो, बुरा लगता है. And I would just say that if the incentive of success does not motivate you, then let the fear of failure motivate you. मैं आपको पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से बता सकता हूँ कि कुछ लोग जब आगे निकल जाते हैं वो आपको याद नहीं करेंगे. पीपल कैन सिंपथाइज विद यू, कैन बी लाइक हो जाएगा सब ठीक हो जाएगा, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इज जस्ट यू. सो अगर आपको सक्सेस मोटिवेट नहीं करता है कोई बात नहीं, काफ़ी लोगों को नहीं करता है. लेट द फियर ऑफ फेलियर मोटिवेट यू. What do you want to do post your PhD, as in a corporate job in cyber or further research? I think I want to work in a think tank, man. I think researching and talking and producing content based on my research is something I really like to do. Do you think Haaland will break the record of Salah? Yes, I think he will. India की कोई अच्छी ब्रांड बताओ अल्कोहल में. Depends on the kind of alcohol also, my friend. Depends. If it's beer, I prefer wheat beer. So Bira is really nice. If it's whiskey, if you're talking about a favorite drink, then whiskey sour is my favorite. Otherwise, whiskey में Jameson ले लो. It's great Irish whiskey. You can also go for Royal Challenge. It's decent. Black Dog अच्छी है. Rum में आप rum, I mean, you can choose. I'm not a big rum fan. Gin में you can go for Nilgiris. Bombay Sapphire is also a great alcoholic drink. देख लो आप मतलब. How did you become an Arsenal fan? Just by playing FIFA 2000. तो उसमें Arsenal का selection करना था. And I recognized the players and I liked the playing style. I loved Henry and ऐसे में Arsenal fan बन गया. Planning to win the Champions League. I think Madrid are always favorites for the Champions League. Bhai. 72 of you are watching. Some of you are here. Some of you have gone. If you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. हम 2 घंटे से live हैं. And it'll help the channel grow. It's just a click of the button. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Ronaldo was destined to be Al Nassr. Sorry, bro. In my early teens, my friends used to troll me a lot for supporting Arsenal. Now Arsenal are doing, but those guys stopped watching football. Fuck the trolls, man. Fuck the trolls. It's very easy to support a successful team and then join with your other successful bandwagoners and be like, ha ha ha, United, United, ha ha ha, Chelsea, Chelsea. I respect Liverpool and Arsenal fans for sticking with them. through difficult times. आग के साथ खेल रहे हो bro. Andre Ronaldo with Arsene Wenger would have been yes. Arsene Wenger, he meant Arsene. Daksh bhai bin Sandeep Maheshwari, well said by the way. Thanks so much bhai. Thanks for the words. Of course bhai, of course. देखो यार, पढ़ना तो आपको अल्टीमेटली है. जिंदगी का यही खेल है. सब खत्म हो जाता है. ये चैनल एक दिन बंद हो जाएगा. आपके दोस्त लोग एक दिन आगे बढ़ जाएंगे. आप लोग कहीं होगे, आप कहीं होगे. मैं बस आपको ये बता रहा हूँ. एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स में नए बैच आते रहेंगे. दे डोंट गिव अ फक. आपके दोस्त, दे हैव देयर ओन शिट टू डील विद. Me, I have my own shit to deal with. I have my content to make. But at the end of the day, you're the only one responsible for your life, not your parents, brothers, sisters, friends, anyone. Why is the Mudryk deal off? Because they want too much money, man. I think he wants to join us and we can force Shakhtar, letting him go. Yeah, the thing was Denver. We we are ready to pay 62 million for him, which is much more than the original. It's I think a 7 or 8 million more offer for them. But 88 million for a player who's made only 30 appearances is a little too much, man. Um, so I don't think I think it's pretty much off. I think we'll walk away from this deal. It's not worth 88 million. No way. There'll be just too much pressure on the guy, dude, to perform. Arsen, ARSENE, yes. I failed in CAT exam 3 times. This year I got 99. Congratulations, man. Hoping to join IMA. I've done only normal BA degree and beaten IITs in CAT. Congratulations, man. It's a huge achievement to get that sort of percentile. I'm sure all your failures and hard work taught you a lot of things. You love brandy love, fuck's sake. यहाँ पे लिया got your brandy love ही आते रहते हैं. Does your family know that you drink? Yes, they do. Because I did not drink for the longest time in my life. I failed in हो गया है रम में ओल्ड मंक. अगर आपको अपना लिवर खराब करना है तो that's the quickest way. In my experience, Indian brands बीरा, whiskey, अमृत, राम, सोलान राम. ठीक है, fair enough. Everyone is different. भाई यहाँ तो ऋतिक गोल्ड ही बढ़िया है. एक तो ब्रो कोड भी एक बियर है बकवास सी. आई डोंट लाइक इट. गाइस ड्रिंक मत करो यार. और अगर करते हो तो लिमिट में करो प्लीज. मैं तो छोड़ रहा हूँ अल्कोहल. बहुत हो गया. Arsenal shouldn't sign Mudryk if continues to harden. Not worth it. Chelsea can have him. Who do you think will have upper hand in Barca United match? It depends on how the January transfer window goes for each of the teams. If United strengthen in January, then I'd give it to United. If they don't, then I'd give it to Barca. Happy 33rd Tony Cruz. Happy 33rd birthday. Swap deal plus money. Who will you swap, man? They don't want any of our players. We don't want to sell any of our players. हाँ दक्ष रहने. अरे चुप कर यार. मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ. भाई आप सोबर ही इतनी डीप बातें कर रहे हो. ड्रंक में तो क्या बोलते होगे. ड्रंक में तो आई एम अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट पर्सन भाई. फर्स्ट टाइम मैथ्यू, नाइस टू सी यू. इफ यू हैवंट लाइक द वीडियो प्लीज लाइक द वीडियो. इंडिया में कहाँ से हो. गुड़गांव में बॉर्न, दिल्ली में बॉर्न, गुड़गांव में ब्रॉट अप. मत कर अल्कोहल वाला. मैं करूंगा यार. आई हैव टू डू इट. इट्स अ पर्सनल चैलेंज. देख मोग भाई, मैंने अपने मास्टर्स के फर्स्ट ईयर में गिन के 4 बार पी है. और अब मेरा एक पॉइंट पे आयरलैंड में हफ्ते में 4 बार हो गया था. सो नहीं यार, आई हैव टू डू इट. इट्स सम चैलेंज दैट आई वांट टू डू एंड आई वांट टू स्टार्ट रीडिंग मोर बुक्स. Looking at yesterday's game, would you say it was a fair result? Newcastle looks solid, although we should have at least 1 point, but we move. I think that's what happens when you play against the best defensive team in the league. They're a very well organized team. They've already taken a point off City. So it's not surprising that they took a point off us as well. All I would say is Newcastle had a plan, that is to stop the game from flowing. If they played how we want them to play, then they would have lost, just like West Ham lost, just like Brighton lost. They had a plan to waste time. They had a plan to be physical. They had a plan to not let the game flow continuously. And it was our responsibility to break that plan down. We came close thrice, but वो हमने कुछ convert नहीं करा. So was it a fair result? I think so. Newcastle will be happy. We are disappointed. We're okay with the way we played, but we should have at least tried to get more. Literally झूठ नहीं बोल रहा. Drinking is better than masturbation. I'll be honest, LM10, okay, jokes aside, drinking does a lot of harm to your body. A lot of harm to your body. And it does a lot of harm to your brain. You want a drunk live stream? Maybe on the birthday, bhai. I don't like alcohol, boys. We want a drunk live stream. Casemiro is missing at Real Madrid. Casemiro has been so good for United, man. What a great signing. Let's go, Daksh. No alcohol challenge, Mohak bhai weight loss challenge. मेरा तो weight loss भी है, alcohol भी और book भी है. Irish लोग इतनी कैसे पी लेते हैं, उनको कुछ नहीं होता क्या? I'll tell you, Raghav, the issue is In the UK and in Ireland both, the best way to socialize is going to pubs. That's where you meet more people, that's where you make friends, and it's just something that has been part of their culture for centuries. I won't even say years. um Bar and pub drinking in India has been there for a long time, but it's only become popular in very recent years commercially. पहले क्लब्स में होती थी, ब्रिटिश टाइम पे लोग सोशलाइज एंड ड्रिंक करते थे एक्सक्लूसिव क्लब्स में, जैसे आपका जिम खाना क्लब हो गया एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. अब यू हैव योर रेस्टो बार्स एंड एवरीथिंग जहाँ पे लोग ड्रिंक व्रिंक करते हैं. आयरलैंड में taverns, inns, pubs have been serving alcohol since centuries, and that's where you used to meet travelers, people, etc. And यही culture forward होते जा रहा है. If you don't drink alcohol, your dating and your social life gets cut in half for sure. You can't go to a coffee shop and sit and talk to a random stranger because everyone's doing their thing in a coffee shop. शॉपिंग आप के टाइम नहीं कर सकते. यहाँ पे पार्क्स में आप बैठे हुए, आप सोचो आप किसी लड़की या लड़के को अप्रोच नहीं कर सकते जस्ट टू बी फ्रेंड्स. अ बार इज जस्ट दैट environment where you're drinking and you're talking, plus alcohol makes it a little easier for you to open up. That is why वो लोग इतना इसलिए पी लेते हैं because it's a huge part of their socialization culture. बहुत बढ़िया अभी एक्सट्रीम में लड़के हैं. Previous Rafine, now Mudryk. I won't be surprised if we go for Mudryk. Gym karo, weight lose karo. It's not that easy, man. Alcohol is never one drink. You drink more and you gain a lot of alcohol. When is my birthday? It's in November. जे ही है और वो इनफ है. अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है. As a fellow gunner, do you really believe you're in a title race? We are in a race, but I don't think we'll win the title. And if so, how confident are you we can go all the way? I'm not that confident. One bad thing about alcohol is once you start social drinking, it's tough to have fun staying sober. I think a lot of that is on your head. If you haven't, and if you have 2 hours in your life, watch Andrew Huberman. आप लिखोगे ANDREW space Huberman, HUBERMAN, and there's his video called "What Alcohol Does to Your Body." There's a lot of science involved in it, but एक बार देख लो. I know it sounds stupid, but City will drop. I think they'll drop more points. That's true. United will come second. That's a huge claim from Dipesh. I think United are still a little ways away from second, but they're वो third पे हैं यार. Joint third वो भी. Um, so fourth पे हैं, but joint third is their point tally. I think Newcastle City and Arsenal are a little better than United. I think United की सबसे बड़े rivals for that fourth position could have been Liverpool, but this Van Dijk injury complicates a lot. Masturbating more can harm, otherwise it's okay. Drinking is way more harm for a body. As a med student, okay. A for Arsenal, tell seriously which is more harmful. You can ask SK bhai, he is a med student. I just think anything you do too excessively over things which you should prioritize is harmful. हाँ मेरे बहुत दोस्त अल्कोहल पीते हैं. They invite me to join them, but I ignore them. I think you can go socially. मेरा plan ये है, I'll go to pubs, no doubt about it, but I won't drink. उनके पास pubs में they have these black currant drinks which are non-alcoholic, and they're free as well because it's just pani and some fucking flavor, so they don't charge you for it anyway. And मैं अपनी social hangouts वहीं पे ऐसे ही करूँगा. नशे में आदमी सच बोलता है, सच की बात नहीं होती. यू जस्ट फील, आपके इनिबिशंस इतने कम हो जाते हैं, यू जस्ट फील कि मैं ज़्यादा चीज़ें बोल सकता हूँ. जब यू ड्रिंक अल्कोहल नो, आपका एक कंसिडरेशन फैक्टर ऑफ द ब्रेन होता है विच मेक्स यू मेक डिसीजन. शुड आई डू दिस, शुड आई नॉट डू दिस. अल्कोहल उसको सप्रेस कर देता है. तो आप जो कह रहे हो ना मैं सच बोल देता हूँ, you're just actually not weighing the risks and the benefits. That's essentially it. Rodri is no more best CDM in the Premier League. I think that's not true. Casemiro has been good, no doubt about it. There is definitely a really good new CDM in the league, but I still think Rodri is the best. Top 4 Premier League, according to me, it's going to be City, Arsenal, Newcastle, and either United or Liverpool. Why do you think? Who do you think will win the Manchester derby? It will be Manchester City. We really went from talking about Mudryk, Chelsea, Arsenal's next target to now talking about alcohol, and that's what streams should be, man. Life is just also beyond football. At some level, आप हो जाओगे. मैं मुड्रिक में आपको कितनी बार बोल सकता हूँ कि भाई मुड्रिक ये, मुड्रिक वो, चेल्सी ये, चेल्सी वो. आप एक ही चीज देखो, कमेंट्स भी आप देख लो ना. इफ यू आर समबडी who has time later on, just keep scrolling through the comments. It's all about, can Arsenal win the title? Can we sign player X? Who do you think is the top 4? Who is your player that you want to sign from this club? It's all a lot of questions that you keep repeating, and I'll also keep answering. So it's okay to sometimes drift away from the central part of the conversation into peripheral topics, and I think that's fine. Tell bro, alcohol masturbation. I don't drink. मेरी तो मेरी माँ मेरे को मार देगी. ठीक है, fair enough, it's good. As someone who doesn't drink, is it true that it gets difficult to socialize with alcohol out there? Yeah, it does. It's not impossible to go to a pub and not drink. It'll certainly catch a lot of eyeballs if you tell somebody I don't drink. Um, but I would say this: just when it starts affecting your health, like for me, it started affecting my sleep. Whenever I drink now, मैं हमेशा 3 बजे उठ जाता हूँ. चाहे मैं 10 बजे सोऊं, 11 बजे सोऊं, 12 बजे सोऊं, मेरी 3 बजे नींद खुल जाती है. I'm severely dehydrated, and it's affecting my health a lot, weight wise and everything. So I stop. But if you want to try it once, try it a few times. If it's not for you, then leave it. There is no pressure. But you're right about the thing that socialization becomes difficult because most people meet new people at pubs. It's very difficult to catch the attention of somebody at a more informal setting during the daytime. Partey, Rodri, Casemiro, between these three, who has the best this season? Rodri. मैं क्या सुन रहा हूँ, वैन डाइक इंजर्ड हो गया. हाँ भाई, उसको हैमस्ट्रिंग इंजरी हो गई है. ही इज आउट. अगर आपको देखना है तो यू वॉच मेनिस इन द मॉन्क की लेटेस्ट वीडियो. The only thing I fear in my life, my mom, not dad. He is friendly. That's fair. Some parents are like that. Hello, sir. I'm new subscriber. Love from Lucknow. Thanks, Azib. Nice to see you here. And thank you for joining the family. Everyone say hi to Azib, bhai. Azib's a new member, a new subscriber, and new member of the family. Does Mudryk drink alcohol? I'll ask him when I see him. I don't think Mudryk transfer is off. It'll be a pretty stupid decision, Ajit, if we end up paying 88 million for Mudryk after he's played so few games. But I don't know, man. I just think there'll be too much pressure on him to perform if we give him 100 million euros. 2 बार बात तो कर ली यार फुटबॉल की. ना इट्स टाइम टू चिल. या मैन, इट्स टाइम टू चिल. अगर आप लोगों की पढ़ाई, आप पढ़ाई कर लीजिए. आज मेरा थोड़ा सा फ्री डे है तो मैं थोड़ा ये कर सकता हूँ. वैन डाइक इंजर्ड विद द हैमस्ट्रिंग, प्रॉब्ली आउट फॉर अ मंथ. ओके, बट अगेन वॉच मेनिस इन द मॉन्क्स वीडियो. आपको सबसे बढ़िया इन्फॉर्मेशन वहीं से ही मिलेगी. आई मीन, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम. यू ऑलवेज फील लाइक कॉन्वो विद अ फ्रेंड. ऑफ कोर्स, ऑफ कोर्स, ऑफ कोर्स. इट्स नाइस टू हैव कॉन्वर्सेशन विद सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स ऑफ माइन. रोनाल्डो रो अल नसर की किट में देख लिया, द बॉयज वाले मीम याद आ गई. Yes, please share and subscribe. Of course, who will win the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? I think till 2030 it's definitely BJP. ये ऑरेंज में टैग कैसे करते हैं, ये मैं नहीं समझ आया भाई. Mudryk will be an Arsenal player. Let's hope, man, Ajit, and let's hope it's for a reasonable price, not stupid price. I think balance is key here. If you drink or smoke in limits and take care in the quantity, I guess it's fine. Some food or anything else. Yeah, dude. But like I said, I have been on and off. I've been drinking since 6 years now. Um, Earlier, it never used to be an issue with me. But now there's constant hangovers. You end up wasting half a day in the hangover. You don't get good sleep. Your weights, you feel bloated the next day. I don't think it's worth it. And after that, I've seen that Andrew Huberman ki video, and realized what it does to your fucking body and your brain. I really don't want to. Hey bro, don't give up. Mudryk loves Arsenal. Mudryk loves Arsenal. Just Shakhtar does not love Arsenal, man. That's the only issue. Tebogo CFC. Best of luck for your game, by the way, against City. I'll be rooting for you guys, and I'll be rooting for Potter to take points of City. I'm loving this Liverpool downfall. I don't think it's going to be too long before they resurge, man. Can masturbate in a week, no problem, absolutely. The problem is people who masturbate a week's worth of quota in a single day, dude. मेरे बैग से जेमसन की बॉटल पकड़ी गई थी. आई पुश्ड माय कजन अंडर द बस एंड सेड दिस इज इन्फ्लुएंस. Oh, I thought you literally pushed your cousin under the bus. I was like, fuck, that's an extreme reaction to being caught, huh? I've been drinking for 5 years now. Good, man. As long as your body can hold up, drink. It's fine. Will Ronaldo Newcastle में जाके क्या? I heard something about clause. नहीं. Marca themselves said there is no clause like that. You're my first 3 subscribers, may say, and I've been following you since then. Happy to see you. Thanks so much, Ajit. You are the OGs of the OG, and I will always remember you. Thank you so much for saying that. I will always remember you. I support Chelsea, but Mudryk will be an Arsenal player, and they're pushing for more money. I think they're just using Chelsea to jack up the price, to be honest. But I don't think we will get Mudryk, and I don't think Chelsea should be paying for Mudryk. It's stupid. Yeah, it's fake, Matthew. That Ronaldo clause. Lol, City will beat us final. I don't. They can, but you can also have a lucky. You remember your game against Arsenal where you guys played defensively very well, and it all came down to one corner in which we scored. I think you can do that to City as well. And sometimes, yeah, no matter what the form is, Kai Havertz always shows up against City. Same with Spurs. Spurs always show up against City for some reason. Do you watch cricket? I stopped watching cricket after the 3rd season of IPL. मेरा तब से माइंड ही उतर गया मेरे भाई लोग. इतना कमर्शलाइज हो गया क्रिकेट. आई मीन, यू सी क्रिकेटर्स इन एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स इन होर्डिंग्स एंड एवरीथिंग. आई वांटेड टू एस्केप क्रिकेट. इतना परवेसिव हो गया था एंड इतना कमर्शलाइज हो गया था, मेरा तो क्रिकेट से मन ही हट गया. um, अरे यार, मोहक ने कितने बजे बुलाया था मुझे? Guys, 10 p.m. That is 4:30 p.m. here. अभी तो 1.5 घंटा है, अभी तो बहुत टाइम है. दक्ष भाई, ये क्या हो गया भाई? यूनी से अभी आया ये सब. सफवान, द इशू इज इन द मॉर्निंग इट वाज रिपोर्टेड. मॉर्निंग इधर आयरलैंड की मॉर्निंग में रिपोर्ट हुआ था कि आर्सेनल हैड मेड अ 66 मिलियन बिड या 62 मिलियन बिड, बट शख्तार आर होल्डिंग आउट फॉर 88 मिलियन. हम इतना नहीं दे सकते. 88 मिलियन इज 100 मिलियन यूरोस भाई. एंड इस बंदे ने सिर्फ 30 अपीयरेंसेस मारी हैं पूरे अपनी करियर में. आप 30 अपीयरेंसेस वाले को 100 मिलियन यूरोस कैसे मार सकते हो? नहीं नहीं, इट्स अ लिटिल टू मच. अल्कोहल एंड मास्टरबेशन इज बैड. हाउ अबाउट डूइंग इट टुगेदर एट द सेम? आप तो अलग ही लेवल खुराफाती हैं भाई. बॉडी और माइंड को फ्रेश रखो, चिल करो. व्हाट्स अप बॉय? विमल इज गेटिंग ओवरपावर्ड. मैं आपका 1000 सब्सक्राइबर हूँ. जब मैंने सब किया था यू रीच 1 के. अमेजिंग पप्पी टू यू माय फ्रेंड. इसके 10 बजे. यस यस. Once you realize there's a whole range of sports with global reach, cricket loses significance. I don't think so. I think the opposite is true. I think what most global sports don't realize that cricket has a huge reach. And I won't say even in India, in the Commonwealth countries, in African countries, cricket is actually a global sport as well. People think LeBron James is a very popular athlete. People think Messi, of course, is a global athlete. But Virat Kohli, he's adored by millions and millions all over the world, right? 88 to 100. What is this? What are we talking about? Do you mind sharing the link so I can be on your show? Tebogo, I'm not planning to do a subscriber stream anytime soon, but maybe I will do. But there is a plan to do some sort of subscriber stream. The problem is, Tebogo, there are few people in this chat who are very regular. I know and I trust them and I see the kind of content they talk about. It's just the most regular supporters is somebody I am comfortable bringing on stream. I don't remember Ankit Bhai had brought one of our fellow creators, Almighty Blues FC, a Chelsea supporter like yourself. He had a subscriber stream and somebody did something in his stream, I guess. And then he lost his channel, which is not something I want to risk right now, man. So yeah, can't have another Pepe at the club. Arsenal are still paying his salary. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, have an alcohol be like you. Okay. पप्पी मीठी दे रहे ऑफ कोर्स मैन. मैं तो बेस्ट पप्पीज देता हूँ. माँ ने बोला था न्यूकासल स्टॉप आर्सेनल. मैंने बोला था ना न्यूकासल स्टॉप आर्सेनल विनिंग स्ट्राइक. Yeah, but it's fine. We're still 8 points clear at the top. It's okay. Todd Bowley will pay that money because I know my owner is crazy. Your owner is damn crazy, man. Your owner is damn crazy. According to Sky, Arsenal are in advanced talks with Mudryk and move closer to 85 million. As their confidence. Let me check. See, I will say this to you. If you are an Arsenal fan and you want to follow Arsenal, you follow Charles Watts, you follow Ornstein, you follow David Bench. If you want Sam Dean, भी थोड़ा बहुत चलेगा. Okay. Which one of nahi reminder this warrants blah blah blah. Miguel Aziz is back. Nothing bhai, nothing. Understand a January move for Tielemans is unlikely. चलो ये भी news आ गई Simon Collins से. Agreed. City walked away from Sanchez. Wise choice. City can walk away because they don't have a luxurious tag, but we did not. Yeah. Okay. No news that I have seen, भाई. मेरे तो आर्सेनल रेडिट पे भी कुछ नहीं आया. बीबी की माइंड को लास्ट डिस्कवर किया मुझसे जिंदगी जीने का. अरे यार. Close to leaving Arsenal Fulham, he'll most probably leave next week. I think he should, man. We're not giving him game time. He wants to play for some careers. ठीक है. I remember the video, dude. That was sad. What video are we talking about? Yes, Shub, I'm so sorry. I completely lost the context of this. What are you talking about? Gary Neville isn't convinced to live the trophy, comparing North Londoners to Eric Ten Hag's side and kissing on United on Tuesday and getting stronger. Arey yaar, Gary, just fuck Gary Neville, man. Fuck Gary Neville. He's the last person you should be taking seriously. If you want a balanced pundit who you should follow, who's the next footballer, follow Jamie Carragher, man. He at least talks some sense. Lautaro is linked with Arsenal this summer, reports. Oh, let's see. Bro, don't you think we as fans are conditioned to think that we can't spend money? The mindset comes from owners haven't spent City or Chelsea. I think there's a lot of conditioning that we are used to, not thinking of ourselves in advantageous positions, feeling a little bit of entitlement against smaller teams, not spending money, true. But I think we've always just been bitten whenever we spent big. Every good signing that we've made has come from smart money. 50 million tak is still fine. It's just that Pepe wala transfer is bitten us so bad that we've just not recovered from it. That's what she said. Imran Hashmi. Denver, lol. Who cares about Neville? Fuck Neville. From Argentina World Cup winning squad, who would you want to sign? Ooh, Lisandro Martinez. Gary must focus on his team. Gary always focuses on that's the problem. Gary Neville only focuses on his teams. The almighty Blue Whale FC video. Acha, right. Mogbai and Dog Papa regarding the match. Yes. So yeah, dude. It was sad that he lost his channel. Raghav Enzo Fernandez, yes. Lotaro to Arsenal will be spectacular. I think he'll get so shit on by Raghav. Okay. So that is the comments. It's been 2.5 hours, anyways. I don't think there's anything more I can say. If you have anything more that is non-football that you guys want to talk about, I don't mind. But it is what it is, man. Licha Madrid ko bhi nahi de. Somebody asked me what player I want to sign. I said I want to sign Lisandro Martinez. That being said, what is it, guys? Even Arnautovic is better than Lorato. Inter players are so overrated. I would love to have McAllister. Your three most used apps on my phone. It is Twitter, it is Reddit, and it is the EA's FIFA football companion app. That's what I use. That's it. Twitter, Reddit, and EA wali jo football app hai. Are Arsenal in the mix of Felix? Looks like it, dude. I mean, pata nahi, there's no update. There should be an update tomorrow. In which city do you live in Ireland? I live in Dublin City. In Dublin 8 in the Liberties, near the river. Okay. Any non-footballing talks you guys want to have? Best Reddit subs? Depends on what you're into, yeah. If you're into a game, then आप game वाले subs देखोगे. I usually frequent our soccer, our NBA, our Gunners, our World News, our Ask Reddit, our Ask Men, our India, Dublin. That's it. I only frequent 6, 7 subs. You have to meet Katie McCabe. When she's in Ireland, I'll meet Katie McCabe, man. No issues. Leave Insta forever or Reddit. Leave Insta forever. I have a question. What do you think is the problem at Chelsea, the coach or the players or everyone? I think the fans are the biggest problem. I'll be honest, Ebogo. You have an owner who is a project owner. Have a club who is getting into a project. You have a manager who is reputed to build projects. I just think the fans are so used to continuous success and immediate success that every time you don't get success within a stipulated amount of times, the fans lose their mind. And I think it'll be a little painful process, but Chelsea will come back in a couple of years. ओके भाई आजकल यूनाइटेड आर्सेनल फैंस किसी भी डिबेट में सर उठाकर जा सकते हैं अनलाइक लास्ट सीजन भाई लास्ट सीजन की तो बात ही मत करिए आप लोग हैव यू रेड एनी फुटबॉल बुक्स द मिक्सर द इन्वर्टेड पिरामिड both of them check your question I did check your question yes have you seen Interstellar I love Interstellar what a movie भाई यहाँ रूडिगर तक को चांस नहीं दे पा रहे लीचा घुसा रहे हैं मैड्रिड में बात तो सही है who was your favorite Arsenal player Bergkamp and Henri and Ian Wright. For being honest, I will subscribe. Thank you so much, Tebogo. Nice to welcome you to the family, bhai. You just described Barca fans, lol. I think any successful club has this problem. Dekho, success will bring you new fans, and new fans are used to success. When you don't get success, these fans are like, "Why am I supporting you for?" And based on that, see all this. You see all this anger. Like if Barca were top of the league, I think till last week or whatever. Maybe they still are. I don't follow the La Liga. I don't follow La Liga too much. But even at the top of the league, they were all ki like Xavi ko nikalo, because the level of success Barca is used to, it's not being replicated, right? And so many people became Barca fans because of Messi and the success they had in the mid 2000s, before 2010, and even in just after 2010. जब वो success नहीं होता, then fans get a little agitated. I'm actually very much into the universe theory and thing. I also read some books on this. Very good, dude. Very good. If you're into the reading about the universe, And if you're talking about space, then great. If you're talking about the universe in general and metaphysical stuff, then also very good. Thanks so much, White Tiger. It's one of my favorite books also. And big fan of from Nepal. Thank you so much. So All Quiet on the Western Front. No, I haven't seen All Quiet on the Western Front. Daksh Bhai Yellow Hatke question. Marvel or DC? I prefer Marvel movies because they're fun and lightheaded and you don't have to think too much. I prefer DC comics, but also Marvel comics are damn nice as well, dude, to be honest. But it depends, man. Some Marvel, like now Marvel movies are so shit. I think they're becoming a parody of themselves, and I think DC movies are getting better. If you are near England, try for Alina Lopez. I think she's from what do you mean try for Alina Lopez? Who is Alina Lopez? Where is my hometown? It's in Gurgaon in Haryana in India. Are you studying in Dublin? Yes, I'm studying in Dublin. I'm in Dublin City. Can I become a mod next game week? Next game week. When is Mukesh Ambani going to buy Arsenal if he buys Arsenal and winning the first UCL trophy? Can you imagine Mikel Arteta doing Gio Dandanadan on like the wall? Like Gio Dandanadan. Majorly space. Great man. That's good. You should read Isaac Asimov. He's great all of this. Bartomeu, the ex-Barca press sacked Valverde when Barca were top of the table. Insane. It's a club which focuses on a lot of it's a different thing. Bhai, it's a brilliant movie. I'm a best action thriller movie in recent. Okay, All Quiet on the Western Front. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. James Gunn का क्या सीन है? कबील को क्यों निकाला? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to take the entire thing in a different direction. You have to trust James Gunn. James Gunn's been really good for Marvel. Let's see, dude. Valverde went on his own ground. I reckon that Rat Bartomeu tried to get behind his back and sign Javi. Don't know about Barca politics. It's a completely different thing in itself. I love Marvel for Captain Marvel and Elizabeth Olsen. Damn. Hey Ryan, how am I? I am good. Can Arsenal reach 100 points? I don't think so. Maybe 95 is the peak we can reach. How am I? I am good, man, Ryan. How are you? I hope you've had a good day as well. Have you watched the anime Monster? No. I'll tell you. Right now, I am watching Tokyo Ghoul. I know it's a little bit old, but I am watching Tokyo Ghoul. Iske baad I plan to watch Chainsaw Man. What are you studying in Dublin? I'm doing my PhD in cybersecurity and warfare. Captain Marvel. The movie isn't good. The comics are very nice. The story also, the Cruels and दूसरी कौन थी? Doesn't really matter. Captain Marvel की story भी अच्छी है. Okay, I am heading out now, guys. Um, I was once shocked about time travel possible. Yes, when you think about it, when you read about black holes and the speeds of light and dark matter and dark energy and all of those things, बहुत interesting होता है यार. These are things which you can't comprehend in your mind, about how fast light is and imagining things that are faster than light. And you think of time, space continuum as a dimension. Time as an added dimension is a hugely interesting part. Then you have your string theories and your theories of multiverse. It's an unending bubble, bhai. There are Then you read about LM10. If you I like reading about civilizations as well. So there is this thing called type 1, type 2 civilizations. We are right now a type 0 civilization. There's some YouTube videos on the types of civilizations. Um, तो उस पे काफ़ी अच्छी वीडियोस हैं, आप देखना, आपको बहुत मजा आएंगे. You'll find some really good channels on this. Standard performance for Arsenal this season has to be either Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Thomas Partey. These are my three standout players. As a fellow YouTuber, I appreciate the weight loss challenge you're doing. Thanks, Nathan. That's really nice for you. That's really nice to hear from you. Miss Marvelby, is Arsenal going to sign João Felix? I don't know, Ryan. With this whole Mudryk deal, everything's pretty much up in the air. I don't know if he'll sign João Felix or something, but let's see, man. We have 62 million to burn, and as somebody said, we are trying to get to 85 million of valuation. Don't know, man. Don't know. Don't know if he'll get João Felix. I think United has an advantage to get João Felix. Life is very different as it looks. Same with me. Yes, yes. Same with time. Moon Knight, Loki, goated. Stanley would have the She-Hulk twerking scene. Oh man, let's just not get into that. Best books you recommend about time travel? I haven't read many books about time travel. I've read books about evolution. So yeah, but Isaac Asimov is never a bad read. Um, Yeah, I know about type 1, type 2. Good, man. Good. How do you get into philosophy? It's my dad. It's my dad. We are fellow TCSB alumni. Nice to see. Nice to see. Speaking of time travel, I feel time does fly on Daksh's stream. Yeah, man. It's been what, 2.5 hours? Damn. And I did this stream literally. I was eating my breakfast. I was like, oh shit, yeah, ये मुद्रिक वाले पे हमें लोगों से बात करने का time है. What's up with the Mudryk deal? Jeremy, from the Mudryk deal, it seems like Shakhtar are asking for just too much money from Arsenal. And if I was Arsenal, I would not spend 88 million pounds or 100 million euros on a player who has made just 30 appearances. That's less than a season's worth of appearances. He might be good, but he can't be this good, dude. And if he is this good, I think it's too much of a risk to take. Yeah, you really enjoyed. I was once only concentration of these things, and you should continue studying these things, man. Never stop. Never stop. You should make a YouTube channel about these things. I promise you, if you make it in Hindi, it's going to be super popular. Because the thing about space is it tickles our fantasy and curiosity so much now. You can't help but admire it and wonder about it. In fact, before starting an Arsenal channel, my thing was I will talk only about space and science fiction and ये सब and only in Hindi. Because ये सारी चीजें इतनी आकर्षित करती हैं हम सबको. सुपर हीरो फेवरेट कौन है? It's plenty, but I love Batman, man. I love the classics. I love Batman and Spider-Man. Superman, if you think the best superhero for me is Superman, but favorite in terms of how I like it's just Batman and Spider-Man. Just that's it. We should not pay 88 millions. No, man. Could get Leo, but Leo is renewing his contract. Can you recommend something to start reading philosophy? It depends, man, what your philosophical inclinations are. If you want to read about political philosophy, there's different books. If you want to read about human philosophy, metaphysical philosophy, natural philosophy, there are different books. So this is just like saying, can you tell me a book to learn about fucking history? Well, what kind of history do you want to know? Is question. I want Interstellar 2 would be amazing, but that story ended up pretty well, man. So I think भाई आर्सेनल को 18 मिलियन पे 2 प्ले ले लेना चाहिए. आई एम टेलिंग भाई शांतनु काइसेडो 50 मिलियन में ले लो भाई, इससे अच्छा तो जेई आ गया फिर बीच में. कोई बात नहीं, लाइफ जेई के बाद भी होती है. लाइक 11 से लाइफ इज कॉन्स्टेंट इन पीसीएम बबल. आई कैन टेल यू भाई, एक बार पीसीएम में अच्छा कर लो, लाइफ में आपको बहुत टाइम मिलेगा ये सब पढ़ने के लिए. ऑनेस्टली, Thor is your favorite, fair enough. Which player would you sign from Tottenham excluding Son and Kane? Excluding Son and Kane, Kulusevski. 1899 drought. What's your thought on this? I don't know what 1899 is, man. Either I'm not aware or I'm just no recollection right now. Arteta's side has never lost a Champions League match. Let's go. Batman is the goat, although my favorite is Spidey. Yeah, those two are my favorites. Mera same plan hai. Haan bhai, LM10. Just finish your PCM and then get back to all of this. Start a YouTube channel. Do it. Okay. ऑलराइट गाइस, आई थिंक दैट्स मोर देन इनफ. मैं भी थोड़ा थक गया हूँ अब. 2.5 घंटे से बात कर रहा हूँ. पानी ज़्यादा नहीं पिया है मैंने, बट इट्स नाइस टू सी यू ऑल. इट्स अ गुड स्ट्रीम. आई रियली एंजॉयड टुडे स्ट्रीम स्पेशली. काफ़ी लोग आए, काफ़ी लोग गए. इफ़ यू हैवंट लाइक द स्ट्रीम, प्लीज़ लाइक द स्ट्रीम. आई विल बी ऑफ नाउ एट 10:30 or 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. I will be on Mohawk stream, which is in an hour or something. So I will see you guys then. Okay? See you all. I would really like to do a stream talk with you on this topic. Fair enough. We'll do, like I said, we'll pick a time when there is a decent break between football. जब content नहीं होगा, we'll talk about all these things, whether it's geopol or whether it's space. You and I can prepare a list of things we can talk about and what our views on all of these things are. So yeah, somebody wanted a book stream, somebody wanted a geopolitics stream, somebody wanted you wanted stream on science and space and the universe. So all power to you, man. I mean, we can definitely do it after my 12th boards. It would be pretty good. Whenever it is, man, just let me know what the tentative date is. And all of you, if you want somebody else, like somebody said geopolitics, you want a geopolitics stream, we can talk about geopolitics. If you want a stream on non-football, if you want to stream on books, if you want to stream just on health and fitness, we can do that. There are things we can do beyond football as well, right? There are only so many times I can tell you who my top four are. There are only so many times I can tell you which player I want to sign. We can do so many things. That's the beauty of content creation. You don't have to put yourself in a box. My Twitter and Instagram are there on the ticker below. If you want to follow me there, you can follow me there. Instagram page, I just post my personal stuff and photos, any photos or stories I find. On Twitter, it's usually shithousery and getting angry at the refs. So if you want to follow that, yeah, you can follow that. Rest kar lo, bro. Chill streams are the best. Chill streams are the best, best, best. And watching is increasing day by day. And it's all thanks to you guys. And it's all thanks because you press the like button. If you haven't pressed the like button right now, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.